Hello and welcome to another episode of Binding Roll, the show where we play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons in the world of the Ninth Age. If you are unfamiliar with the Ninth Age, please click the link in the video description, which will take you directly to the Ninth Age official website and give you all the information you need to play this rank and flank strategy board game that this YouTube channel is dedicated to. So have you noticed we're doing something a little different today? We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Woo! We did it. We started a few minutes late, so my apologies. We are trying to figure everything out. If you guys notice any technical difficulties, like problems with sound or music or levels of sound or video, hey, hit me up in the chat chat, because we are monitoring it and we can hopefully get it corrected for you guys. But let's go ahead and check in with our players. Hey! Oh, also some housekeeping. We are on Twitch. We are on Twitter. We are on Reddit. All the social medias in the description. Please check all those out and subscribe to them. And hey, also hit that subscribe button on YouTube. We're trying to get those numbers up. But hey, how is everyone? Welcome back. We are starting season 2 with a bang, I guess. How is everyone? So I am not letting the team level, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask everyone what you're drinking. I'll start out here. I'm drinking some Sloha IPA, tropical hazy IPA from San Luis Obispo. Kaylin, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Red Trolley Ale from Carl Strauss, a nice local San Diego brewery. So nice and tasty.
Load, what are you drinking?
Let's see, I've got the Dead Horse Amber from the Moab Brewing Company here in Utah. Down south, like canyon country and everything, but it's a good one. Looking forward to it.
And Sam, what are you drinking?
I'm still loving this Fearless Brewing. This is, come on now. Where are we at? It's stealthed.
It's the fancy background.
Oh my gosh. Killing me here. It's a red ale. Just trust me on this.
Okay.
And lastly, Sunset, what are you drinking?
I am drinking a mysterious brown liquid. No, but seriously, my friend is back again with another of his home brew, home fermentation things. He has dubbed this one Mantis Juice.
Mantis.
I don't know if that's going to actually come through on camera, but yeah, kind of.
Is it salty? Like what? How is it?
It's
Or any bugs farmed
difficult to
in the process?
describe. So.
Would you pay for it?
Yes, I would pay for it.
Okay. Well,
Good to know.
at least meets that bar.
All right. Well, that's very exciting. I'm excited to get season 2 started. All of the characters have been given a little extra backstory / what has happened since season 1 and now that season 2 is starting, which we will get into. But actually, first, I wanted to introduce, you know how at the beginning of every video I had the little like Ninth Age logo and then my logo for Glory of Golden State? I added something a little extra to it for this christening of season 2, so I hope everyone that likes it will go ahead and watch it right now.
No one in this world can you trust. Not men, not women, not beasts. This you can trust.
Amazing.
I love it so much.
Anyone can tell me what movie that's from?
Conan.
Well, hopefully it's under fair use.
I don't know if it will be or not, but we're not monetized, so who cares? But let's go ahead and I'm gonna do my little intro into season 2. Season 2 starts out viewing with a view over the jungle and mist-covered mountains of Arentia. Distantly over the lands, we hear squawks and birds and odd sounds from the wildlife that inhabit this faraway continent. It's a mysterious and dangerous place. Rumors and legends of men that are shaped like lizards, or lizards that are shaped like men, either one. And as we fly across the mountains of Arentia, suddenly all of those sounds of the wildlife and the rushing wind come to a silence. And some distant scream erupts from over the mountains, somewhere deep in the heart of Arentia. With this, we begin our flight over the great ocean, this giant canvas of blue with small dots located throughout. As we fly over the great ocean, we see one singular ship about halfway through, with a flag sailing on it of a double clef with a sword sticking through it. Someone we have met in season 1. But with that, we continue to fly over the ocean and reach the continent of Vedia, and fly over the Crimson Mountains to the luscious and green-hilled land of Equitaine. And finally, we fly to Cantamont, the location of our last campaign. This great city, which is located on a bay, where the great knights of Equitaine come to start their crusades, the launching point for the greatest crusades from the kingdom of Equitaine. The waves rush in and out here, and as they do, they enter and exit underground caves in this bay that cause a whistling or a humming sound that sounds like the cantors of the lady singing beautiful notes to sing the praise of the lady in this land. Again, as we lower down to Cantamont, we see some things are different from last season. First off, there is a war host, an army encamped outside of Cantamont. Now, as we all know, there is a thin but lasting treaty between the elves of the Wiskin Forest and the land of and the knights of Equitaine. Sylvan elf forces are allowed to travel the country freely, but according to their treaty, no military leader is allowed to set foot inside a city of Equitaine. This is the rule that they've lived by and that has stood for hundreds of years. Again, as we look around Cantamont, we see it as a city back full of life. The tower that was once crumbled and fallen over has begun construction anew, and the docks and this are again filled with ships and traders bringing numerous things to and from the city. There are differences though. The district of House Dur, the district where all of the fabric and silk trading was done, is in darkness. It is burnt to a crisp from the fires and riots that occurred last season. It is quiet, and while construction begins on the keep of Cantamont, the Dur district remains cloaked in darkness. Again, as we zoom in even closer, we come to the docks, and one ship has recently made its way to Cantamont, and it is one of the medium-sized ships, not one of the grand ships that belong to the royalty of Equitaine, nor a simple small fishing boat. It is a transport from the southern part of the Empire of Sonstal. And Lode, please remind me of the town we were in season 1.5. I'm blanking on it.
Wilhelmshaven.
Wilhelmshaven.
There
And
it
as this boat comes into dock and the gangplank gets thrown out and lands on the side of the dock, we see a familiar face walking off. None other than Lode Stormbrew, the dwarf seeker, returning to Cantamont after some time away. Lode, welcome back. And can you tell us anything you would like to tell us about what you've been doing for the past about 3 months when we ended season 1?
Okay. So I've been kind of doing my Dwarven Seeker thing. Lode likes to travel for adventure, look for fights, things like that. I kind of traveled around a little bit and then made my way back this direction, ending up in Wilhelmshaven and meeting up with Griffin, who was the character in season 1.5. Again, thank you guys for letting me DM that. That was a lot of fun. But doing some work for him and for now kind of some closure on some stuff from season 1.5. Griffin and Lode were both working for the Order of the Crow in Wilhelmshaven, in that area. So Order of the Crow, we know from season 1. That's where I kind of ran into characters from season 1.5, and now I'm making my way back to try and warn the Duke of Cantamont about the kind of growing influence of the Saurian ancients in the area to the east, and see if I can maybe get us a job dealing with that before it causes any more trouble.
All right, so are you going directly to the keep, or are you making any stop anywhere else?
Oh, I mean, if I'm in the docks, I'm going to the Unicorn's Bounty first thing.
Of course,
I miss Porky.
Our old favorite stomping ground. The Unicorn's Bounty is just as busy as it has always been pre-season 1. And as you walk up to the front door, excited to see Porky, to see all these people, give me a perception check, actually.
Oh boy.
Already.
Love it. Perception check. That is a 17.
All right. I mean, there's normally, outside of the Unicorn's Bounty, there's drunks and people hanging around and drinking. But one halfling body lays at the base of the door, blocking the way to the Unicorn's Bounty, and it is it's someone you know. It's Sam Sandwich.
All right.
This is definitely the morning time, and the tavern is. I mean, the Unicorn's Bounty is not in full swing, but nonetheless, a fully unconscious, fully sleeping Sam is leaning against the door, kind of face down into the wedge of the door in the floor.
Okay. I mean, is he clearly alive?
Yeah, he's breathing. You
want me to do like a medicine check? All right. I will walk up to him, kind of give him a kick, and say, Sam, I see you're doing about the same as you have been.
I don't have any money. I already gave it to the pretty people earlier. Who has my special?
Well, Sam's obviously drinking off or sleeping off what he drank last night. Sam, you can speak. You don't have to speak in your slurred voice for this, but what have you been doing the past 3 months, if you remember?
Well, you refer to these months. I think you mean days, right? So the past 2 or 3 days, I was over in that corner, and now I'm over here, and that's about it, I think.
So not many memories of the past 3 months, but you're good enough to at least stand up and walk with load into the unicorn's bounty, and it is there's a few stragglers in there, but it's not nearly as busy as it normally is. But behind the bar, as always, is our faithful Porky, the rotund human gentleman who calls the unicorn bounty his own, who takes great pride in the unicorn bounty. Actually, he wouldn't want to be anywhere else, but he sees Sam and Load come in. He says, "Hi, welcome back. It's been a long time, Load. Can I get you a drink?"
I just realized that the voices
Yes, you
for
can.
Load and Porky are about the same. Yeah, we'll just get rid of the Scottish accent. Yeah, get me an ale and one for Sam.
And he, without hesitation, he takes out 2 glasses, pours you 2 ale, and hands them over.
I hold up to cheers, Sam.
Cheers, good buddy. Starting to remember you now. You were a good
You're
guy.
all right.
Hey, whatever happened to that tall friend of yours with the sparkly stuff?
I don't know exactly who you mean.
It'll come to me later.
I'm sure it will, Sam. I'm sure it will. I pat him on the back.
With that, as you just take your first sip, someone approaches you from kind of the back portions, back where the fight, if you remember the fighting pits, were at the back of the unicorn's bounty. But none other than a tall, slender wood elf. I'm sorry, not wood elf, a sylvan elf. Approaches you, and it is none other than Kaylin. Kaylin normally dressed purely in, sylvan attire, but she looks a little different now. She's wearing not like a dress, but she's wearing more Equitanian clothing. Like not leaves and green everywhere, but actually just like a leather vest and trousers and boots. But Kaylin, you notice your 2 friends have entered the bar when you haven't seen them in a while. What have you been doing for the past 3 months?
Well, things in Sunset have changed a bit. First when I met her, she got me out of this scrape in this human bar that was on the edge of Sylvan territory, but didn't know really what I was doing. So it was helpful to have a fellow Sylvan elf lend me a hand. And I looked. She seemed wise, and like I could look to her leadership. I could trust her and just follow her lead. She would lead me to glory and can be trusted. But she's just not a very good steward. I trust her, and she lost all of her money. I mean, yes, it was stolen by the bitch with the hat, but like, the same with like the bank. It's still the bank's fault if it gets robbed. So, and I'm particularly was upset where we were going to this high-end store to get these beautiful gowns for the gala at the
Still holding a grudge.
Court, and she spent like all the gold on this amazing magical dress and gave me little more than rags, and that is really shows her true colors, that she only cares about herself.
Whew.
And so, well, so sort of take a step back, still keep an eye on her, but I came to build a name for myself in glory, and although we're with these dirty humans, I'll take what I can get. So went into the pits to fight and try to get some renown and maybe get recognized, more respect when I eventually go back to Sylvan territory. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Fighting and getting dirty.
Fighting and getting dirty. Nice.
Excellent. So I think you guys are in the unicorn's bounty. I obviously share a drink, and I think you're catching up. What would you like to do next?
You guys want to watch and gamble on the next fight?
Do you have any money?
How inebriated does Sam still seem?
He is definitely he's functional, but it's like the kind of hangover where you're still a little drunk from last night.
Sure. Well, that's kind.
I assume that Sam never lets himself dip into sobriety. It's just reality is too cold and
Oh God,
stark
that is
in that condition.
that is dark, man. Oh man.
Well, I mean, his brother did just die. Mere days ago, in his
I had a
recollection.
brother?
Fresh recap. If we remember, we fought the final Doer sister, who at the time was fighting against Spam Sandwich. Sam Sandwich's kind of lost, estranged brother, and
thought it was ham sandwich.
sandwich. Yeah.
oh yeah, Ham. I'm sorry, Spam.
So-
Close enough.
Brother.
The way I picture, I am as Lodem telling this story to Sam, like he's never heard it before. So carry on.
Why have I never heard this before? So is he still alive?
Ham.
No, Spam.
I don't actually know who Spam is.
He's
That
my
doesn't sound
brother.
like a real thing here.
You don't know me.
I just kind of shake my head and look at Kaylin.
So with that, Porky comes over and he says, "Aye, lads. Are you back in town for the big procession that's coming down Crusaders Way?"
Who's the? I've been out of it. What's the procession for? Is it a bunch of new crusaders that are going to get their butts kicked when they
Exactly.
go overseas?
That's more of those royal Aquitanian knights now that Cantamont is free are here to create more crusades and talk to the Duke. And all of them come in with big clothing and flags, and it's nearly every day now some new knight comes down the Crusaders' way.
So they're good for business?
Did you hear that, Sam? There's flags.
Oh,
Steal one of them.
I love me some flags.
Well, I mean, if they're not good for business, do you have any rotten food that you don't mind lending us to throw at?
And with
the knights?
Porky chuckles to himself and kind of takes the bin of, like the slop where they push all the remnants off the plates into a bin, and he kind of sets it on the bar top, and he says, "If you want it, I won't stop ya."
Nice. So the procession doesn't go directly past the bar. We have to go out.
Yeah, you basically have to go. Actually, let me bring up the good old map here. The map of Cantemont. Oops, I didn't do that correctly. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. I need to get back in the swing of things here.
So while he's working on that, who's in on throwing Slop at the knights? I think he'll be
Me, definitely.
Oh, Sam.
I'll watch.
Sam's always
Yeah.
here for a good time. Yeah, Sam can be the one holding the bag.
Porky,
Wow.
So yeah, you are.
give me a roadie.
Porky says, "Anything for you, Lode," and he pours another beer for you in a mug that you can take with you. If you remember correctly on the map here, this is the Unicorn's Bounty in the docks. This purple section is the Doer district, which is currently in shambles. And Crusader's Way is the road that leads in from the north into the city. This is the long processional way with vendors and worshippers and all those different things that are greeting the knights as they come into Cantemont to begin their crusades. So yeah, in order to go view that, you'd have to, I don't know, walk over to the entrance.
So, asking for a friend, is the Doer district still on fire? At least a little bit?
No, the fire has gone out in 3 months,
That's too
but
bad.
there has been no rebuilding, and the law of Cantemont has not returned. Kind of a dark spot right now.
Gotcha. Bummer. All right, so parade.
Yep. Let's go to the parade. Sam, can you help me with this? We got.
Oh yeah.
We need to properly anoint these knights.
Nice. Good one.
So, could you describe the container a little bit more clearly, so I know, like, it's something like we throw it, or is it like a large container where we need like smaller buckets to like throw?
Paint me a
like
picture.
I guess it would be a barrel. It would be a barrel, but it wouldn't be like, like a full size, beer barrel. Like it would be, like a wine cask, like maybe this big, but turned on its side.
Definitely. So
turned on
so
its
the
side
two-
with no top, so it's
Okay.
like just a waste bin,
Okay, so something like the two of us can easily carry,
Yeah.
without much issue, right? Okay, cool. It's just an old cask. You can make more of those, so if we don't bring that back, it's probably gonna be okay. All right.
get him.
I'm put on my like the dirty
Okay.
robes. Be a little more. But what's the weather like? What time of year is it now? How hot is it outside? Well, I guess we're still not gonna be as hot as those roasting knights in their padded armor.
Previously, last
Doesn't matter.
season was basically in the summertime, so you are now moving into the
Okay.
fall.
All right,
But we
cool,
are
cool,
in
cool,
kind of like
so-
a Mediterranean climate,
South of
Area.
France,
So-
equally. So it's
so it never really gets.
it's nice.
that
Yeah, it's
cold.
never. And this is like a lush landscape. It never, like the trees never die out. It's like a what's the right word? A land of plenty. It's very fruitful lands.
Okay.
So Florida,
So
Oh,
Oh God.
just without the humidity and heat.
and crazies.
Okay.
No offense to anyone in
Well-
Florida. We love you.
So as you
So
make
very
your way
interesting.
toward the entrance of the city, you pass by here. If you remember the central plaza, as the giant statue of two like hulking, ripped, like 8-packs, like pectoral muscles, like doing this heroic pose, with one like the most jacked halfling you'd ever see. Statue. It's still there in the center of Cantemont. And there's a plaque that says, to the saviors of Cantemont, we will always remember you.
I pat my beer gut and So lifelike.
As you continue traveling down the road, you come to the edge of the door district, and it's really just like there's no barriers, there's no fences or anything, but really when you pass this invisible line, it's just abandoned buildings, buildings that have been half burnt. I want Sam, Lode, and Kalen to take a perception check.
Passive whiz perception check. Oh wait.
Oh, passive perception or
I got
actual
a
perception.
20.
sorry.
I got a 23.
Actual perception.
So I got a roll 19 plus 4 for 23.
15.
I got a 2.
Hell yeah.
Kalen,
On point.
in your drunken stupor, you don't notice anything beyond the 2 steps in front of you. But Kalen, you do notice as you turn one of these corners and just kind of casually peer down one of these alleyways into the Door District, for half a split second, you see a figure that right when you turn and look at it, it darts down another alleyway. And it's a small figure, like only 4 feet tall.
Like a child.
Could be a child. It definitely could be a child.
Okay.
Child.
Could be a child.
Kill it.
But do I have any reason to believe that it ran away because we're here now, or I mean, so it's just like I see something flee into
Yeah.
like the shadows. That's okay. I'm gonna pay no mind to that. I have an important mission right now. We must toss this refuse onto. So ideally, we could find like a second story or roof so we can do it from on high. I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. Like maybe it's a set of external steps that goes to like a balcony.
We'll see.
So that might be harder to egress from that situation. They might know where it's coming from. So
As you make it to the main gates of Cantamont, it's getting crowded, more crowded and more crowded. There's a wide, diverse selection of people from Cantamont there, lowborn and highborn alike. The roadside is covered with it's almost like a sporting event, like vendors, like people selling some street food. There's altars along the way to the lady. There are members of the Ordo, the Ordo Relicarium, which is the Ordo in the city of Cantamont that makes and preserves the great relics that they take on crusades. There's these members of the Ordo have like the cowl that nuns have that go around their head, but they're not wearing the black outfit, just that cloth piece that covers their head except for their face. And then around them they have leather, kind of like leather vests and then long, kind of white cloaks that come out from that leather vest down to their feet. Also along here, there are noble ladies that are noticeably absent from their noble spouses, there to view the new knights coming into the city. There are also young children, groups of children, packs of children running around playing with swords and fake sword fighting, cheering on knights as they come down. And then right at the gate, you see one Sylvan elf leaning up against the gate, kind of absent-mindedly looking at what's around him, seems disinterested, but is there just to there, and it's your good friend Sunset. You also notice behind Sunset in the district, directly to the inside the city walls, to the east of that main road that comes into the city, you see a little storefront, and it actually says, I'll defer to Sunset. What does your storefront say?
I should have thought of this beforehand, and I didn't.
I'm so surprised you did not.
I will get back to you.
sign hasn't been made yet. Under construction.
But I have you here. You're kind of absently.
She's working on a rebrand to bring people in.
You're absently looking at the crowds as they mill by, standing in front of your shop, and your three friends walk right up to you. What have you been doing for the past 3 months?
Well, as might be evident by the shop, I've attempted to set myself up as a wizard for hire. It hasn't been going well.
Do you want more explanation on that?
No. I think that's good.
Is this the tavern?
Lode asks, "All right, so what's like the biggest screw up that you made?
Oh,
Like,
it's
the most important person that you set on fire."
Well, wouldn't that have been the Duchess?
you did light her on fire. No, you lit her bed on fire.
I don't know. Just tell me a
no,
messed
I mean
up story
I didn't
about
do
this.
that. But what I mean is we killed the imposter, and I'm pretty sure there was a little bit of fire involved.
Right, but I was there
Oh,
for
yeah.
that. Tell me a story of you screwing up from when I was not there.
Who said I screwed up? I can't help it if none of these lowly humans want the help of a mage as powerful as I.
Okay.
Yes, you've set up
Perhaps
your.
it's my prices. that
You've
are
set
too
up this
high.
shop in one of the, and this was my intention, in one of the nicer parts of town, a merchant area of high quality goods. That's, and also that this neighborhood is only Equitanians. There are no merchants of other races or nationalities. But you went in anyway, headstrong, and you set up this shop, invested some money, and no, you've gotten zero requests for magic work to date.
Ouch.
Yeah, work on that marketing.
I would think the hero of Cantamont would be marketing enough.
You know, you would think.
You think, but so prejudiced humans, we still don't understand ourselves. So I feel you there.
All right. Anything you want to say to Sunset, or just you want to all head out to Crusader's Way? What's up?
Well, so Sunset, since it's unlikely you're going to be doing anything, even until for the entire week, why don't you come with us, and we're going to have some fun when the Crusaders walk by.
I assume that I can see the bucket of slop that they're.
You
I
can.
mean,
You can. It's
I
pretty
heard
obvious.
That
Yeah.
these guys have been bad. I heard that the knights have been bad enough in your shop, and that's why you don't have any customers.
Oh, you don't want to tell that to Sunset.
Oh, yes, I do.
the slop will be the least of their worries.
That's fine. If you want to one-up it, I'm totally fine with that too. I still got passed without a trace.
And I can teleport.
All right, so you in?
I mean, I don't want the slop near me. I am wearing my nice dress after all.
Yeah. You fall behind.
You and I will watch this tomfoolery from a safe distance. I don't want to get any in my beer.
Reasonable.
Sam, when we're done with this, you're getting a couple rounds of beer. So that's your incentive to help me carry this stuff. We're going to get some epic beer. That's where we're taking this to. Sort of. After
Yeah.
we go to Crusaders Way.
Lead the way.
All right, as you head out the main gate of Cantamont, the throng of people gets even more intense. There's a lot of people out here. All the buildings are pretty much 1 story high, and they're pretty much all storefronts. There's no living spaces here. Selling every good you can think of. Currently, there's one knight coming down the way with a what's the right word? Posse retune? That's the right word? Retune. Of about a dozen knights, all
Precisely.
all clad out in armor. They're wearing blue tunics, like baby blue tunics with fleurs, fleur-de-lis, like the what's the right word? Fleur-de-lis on them in gold, baby blue and gold. As they come by, there's one trumpeter like walking in front of the horses, and he says, "Make way for the greats. Roi de la Fleur, the knight who will save the land of Cantimont and will get retribution for the great Duchess Isabel."
So, I'm picturing Sam and Kalen are wherever they're at, kind of a heightened location. Sunset and I are like on the other side of the street, maybe closer to where this procession is coming from. And I just kind of make the loudest whistle that I can. Let's assume that Lode can do like the fingers in his mouth whistle and make it super loud. And he just whistles and points at the knight that's coming. This guy. Definitely this guy.
So,
All right, so he's
so try and
if
position
the two of you are on each side of the road, he is now the actual let's call him the Count. The Count Lafleur is now directly between the two of you if you're on both sides of the street.
Okay, well, yeah, load
Lock
you
and
might
load.
not want to be directly.
Yeah,
across.
we would be like a little further up the street.
So,
out
so,
of the,
you know, like,
fully out of the
nod to,
splash
like,
zone.
so the place that we're set up is going to be like an alley or like an alley between shops.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
That abuts the road. So there's a alley that we can escape that's directly behind us. So, I guess how high? Well, I guess we'll give it a shot. All right, Sam, we're getting this guy. This is a guy that he knocked over your beer last night. So we gotta get revenge. Sound good?
Just his name angers me.
All right, so who's doing what?
All
Who's
right.
doing what?
Well, I think we got this big trough, so we need both of us to like toss it together.
How much is that? How much does that weigh?
So this is a barrel a
Like a gallon
foot
or two?
wide, probably 2 feet tall, full of liquid. So what? That's 3-4 gallons
Probably-
of water.
It's not much.
Well, we'll say it's
I
like,
tossed
it was
back
like I
beers
think it's probably like
than
two gallons or something.
Here's the question. Is it less than 10 pounds?
Well, how much? What? 1 gallon of water is how much weight? How many pounds?
All right, so there's 3.8 liters to a gallon of water, 2.2 pounds per liter of water. So that's going to be times
8.34 pounds per gallon.
7.6, 2.2 times 7.6. You said more than 10 pounds? Oh yeah, so yeah, it's going to be like
15 pounds.
Okay.
Trying to make
All right.
mage
Then
hand.
carry on.
yeah. You want some of this? You want to get your cup? You want to sip?
No,
Just
no,
get,
no,
like, a
no,
scoop.
no.
All right.
I had an idea, but it kind of relied on the bucket being less than 10 pounds.
Well, I mean, it'll be empty soon enough.
Well, the idea would be that there was still stuff in it.
Right. I don't think that it will matter.
We'll get some more later. All right. We'll plan this.
All right, so this is Kaylin and Sam trying to heft the bucket like and stop it so like the liquid shoots out. Is that the idea?
No, I'm just gonna do the full throw of the bucket at the knight because I don't want any slosh bucket. Because like with the bucket too, he's wearing armor. He'll be fine.
Like
I mean, it would be kind of awesome if he gets knocked. He might get knocked off of his horse.
Smash it on
I'm
the
not
ground.
sure.
All right, Kaylin,
Like,
give me a strength check. But Kaylin, but Sam is assisting you. But
Right.
he is so drunk, I'm not entirely sure that's at advantage or at disadvantage. So I want.
Well,
Just call it a
So-
straight roll.
No, I want
Here-
Sam. I
here-
want Sam
Too hard to tell.
first take a Constitution check.
Oh, gotcha.
so here's an idea.
Save or
Check.
check?
Here's an idea that we could do for this.
Yeah.
So you could do what is
4.
called a collaborative roll, and so you have a number of successes that are required and a number that are that are essentially required in order for it to actually pass. And so if both people fail, it obviously fails. If one person fails, then it succeeds, but kind of just
Yeah.
barely. If both people succeed, then it goes off without a hitch. And you could have Sam roll with disadvantage, and then Kaylin roll standard.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, because Sam's strong. Just
Yeah,
Kinda drunk.
Sam
you could also modify it to where,
Sam
like-
failed his con check, so he's currently
think we're both
he's not throwing this bucket very well. So first off, Kaylin give me a strength check. Sam also
at minus.
give me a strength check at disadvantage.
Isn't it a missile? It's a missile attack. We're throwing it.
This is
right?
not like an arrow. This is a hulking thing you're throwing like a shot put.
Yeah.
7.
Sam?
4.
Oh,
All right, so
Load says to Sunset. Oh wow, they're going for the whole bucket, huh? That's bold.
so
all right. So
as Kaylin's holding like the front rim of it to like push it, and Sam's underneath and kind of pushing at the back of it, Sam pushes before Kaylin does, and he ends up cracking and breaking the bottom of the bucket. So, and that happens a split second before Kaylin throws it. So basically, Kaylin throws it, but all the liquid stays in the space it was before, and then drops onto Sam.
nice.
So first of all, Sam, you get drenched in like bar slop,
Bar slop. Yeah.
which I'm gonna
totally
go.
drink it.
I'm gonna go ahead
Zamboni.
and say that takes you out of your drunken state. That is enough of a rude awakening. But Kaylin
Cold reality.
Kaylin also throws the outside of this barrel, and it doesn't make it to the knight, but it makes it in front of him, and it bounces off the cobblestone and hits the side of the knight of Wall Le Fleur.
Hold on. Can I see the bucket flying?
Yes.
Can I cast Mage Hand to guide it to his head?
It is in flight, so give me a dex check to see if you're fast enough to do it.
All right.
Oh man.
Team effort, man. Team effort.
That is going to be a 16.
That is enough. What do you want to do with the mage hand?
Well, I mean, I want to guide the bucket to his head.
Okay, so it shoots out. It does the one hop. It bounces once. You smack it with the mage hand, and it flies up, hits Wah in the helmet, and like kind of ricochets off the helmet. It flies off into the crowd. The bucket. His helmet flies off, and Wah is disoriented, and he falls off his horse.
Nice. And surely there's some liquid remnants of part of it. He gets some
Definitely.
liquid on him, right?
There is like the inside of this barrel is not Teflon. It's wood. So there's remnants of a bunch of liquid going everywhere. When this happens, basically everyone's watching Wah as he comes in. So there's like a big like at a sports event. They're like oh like and Wah
We should go.
tumbles to the floor and is like struggling to get up right now in his full armor, which is like on a horse armor, so it's like really hard to walk and do things in. Do you guys want to do anything before he gets up?
We should go.
I'm gonna roll 50% to see if I think it's so funny that I kind of forget what the original plan was. So we'll see. 4+ it will go to.
Oh, and by the way, I am playing
d6.
music that is way not fun enough for this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't roll into like okay, so like sweet, awesome. Well, where's Sunset relation to me?
So Sunset and Load are like directly on the other side of
they're working on
Wah from you. On the sort of
Yeah.
yeah.
They give like so make eye contact with Sunset like and so Sam is still covered in all of this grossness, right?
Yeah, Sam is
Yeah,
Sam
starting to-
Sam is
I'm gonna grab
covered in this
Sam by,
stuff.
like-
He's gasping for air. He's like retching, like. And-
Oh my god.
Alright,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace and then just grab him by like the shirt and then like drag him into the alley and like away and back to like a sort of like indirect way back to the universe.
give me a stealth check.
After Pass Without a
Yeah,
Trace?
because you cast it first, so you get the +10.
Right, so cast Pass Without a Trace, that gives a +10 to stealth. I naturally have a
Oh, jeez.
+8.
So you can't roll less than
Already
18. Jeez.
So 32.
Yeah, okay. You.
I'm super
All right.
Since you're carrying Sam, I'm gonna say it's a disadvantage. So roll anything but a 1 for the second the second roll.
Okay. Can.
Did you roll a 1? Tell me you rolled a 1.
Natural 1.
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay. So as you're doing this, Wah gets up, finally gets up in his armor. He's like, who threw that? Who threw that? And with that, the guy with the trumpet in front of him, the trumpeter or the herald, whatever you want to call him, he says, "My lord, it was the Sylvan, and it was the halfling right there." And he points over to you guys, and you see him just incredibly upset. But before he can do anything, you hear he hears this like it's another trumpet from behind them, but it's like a little bit squawky, a little bit like maybe a little bit like a kazoo. But it was really loud, and with that, everyone kind of stops and looks behind them. And coming up behind this raccoon of knights is a wagon being pulled by 2 ponies, and on it is like a gaggle of halflings, a dozen maybe, like a clown car of halflings.
Awesome.
I would like.
Please tell me one of them is not wearing a big hat.
No, and there's not one guy in a gray cloak. No.
Oh no! I was trying to reference season 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking.
No. It's not Trixie.
Yeah.
It's not Trixie.
Okay, good. Because
She's got a whole stage
Trixie wouldn't
show.
stand for that. Trixie wouldn't stand for that.
And the guy driving the ponies, with the reins, he's like, "Hey, Frenchie, Get out of the way! The sandwich family's coming through.
Yes.
Sam, you notice that on this cart is some people you recognize, your family actually. On this cart is spam, beef, cheese, meatball, sandwich. And the guy driving the car. And the guy driving the cart.
Am I drunk or am I sober?
When you see this, you immediately sober up. Like, this is, you did not want to see your family. And driving the cart is Stan Sandwich. And give me a second here. Give me a second.
I turn to load and say, "This can't be good."
With that, Stan looks over, sees Sam,
Can only get worse for me.
and goes, "Oi, it's my brother Sam!" And he points, he like just points at you.
Sam, sandwich.
And he says, "I haven't seen you in freaking years." And with that, the knight is like, "What are you doing? This is my time to enter Cantonment. How dare you disrespect me?" And with that, they start to get into a bit of a scuffle, a little bit of shoving, a little bit of yelling. But they're highly, and like the dozen halflings kind of all hop out of the cart at the same time and surround Wah.
Start shoving him.
So, "Oi, what you gonna say? What are you gonna say to me? Oi!" And
I'm imagining the dwarves from The Witcher.
I run over to Stan and I jump behind him and I start prodding at the snooty French bastard.
Oh, so Sam's getting in on it. He's
trying to play.
joining the family.
You disrespectful scum. Take back any words you said about the sandwich family. These are the finest halflings in the entire land.
Trixie would beg to differ.
with that, do you try to strike the knight or not?
What about holding myself?
You're still
like,
covered in slop, yeah.
It's just
vomit.
flicking.
Oh, just give him a
slop.
hug.
I just wring like handfuls of it out of my clothes and just.
All right, give
throw
me
it at
a
the knights.
dex attack.
Oh,
That's
11.
not enough. You fling your hands at Wah, and a bunch of gunk comes off. Liquid and scraps of food and chicken bones and all sorts of gunk, and it's not enough. It sticks to your hands a little bit, so it's not enough to get to him, and it kind of lands on his shoes, on his boots. But even that landing on his boots, he's like, "How dare you!" And he takes off his gauntlet and slams it on the ground. He goes, I challenge you, Sam, to duel."
Bring it on, you foppish twat.
Did I see where the bucket went?
Give me a perception check.
That'll be a dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, you saw it.
Oh, Sam rolled.
After you gave it a lot of force with the mage hand to in order to knock off his helmet, so it ricocheted off his head and it kind of went 5-6 rows deep into the crowd. So you know basically where it is, but you can't see it.
Okay. I'm gonna head over to where I kind of saw it go.
While you're doing that, kind of a crowd forms around Sam and the Duke, or not the Duke, the Wah, and it's kind of like this,
Oh, is he fighting the Duke again?
there's like everyone's in like the Ron Burgundy, they're like, let him fight it out, let him work it out, and there's like they're holding back the crowd, and with that, Wah drops his gauntlet, drops his other gauntlet, and he says,
Oh no, I have a better idea. I'm not gonna find the bucket.
and he raises up, he raises up his fist, and like the old timey barroom brawl guy, like this, like, yeah, and he says, on your guard, my friend. By the way, anyone who's watching this who is any native French speaker, I'm sorry for my French accent.
So sorry.
Can I interject myself here? Real quick?
Well, no. I want to know what Sam does. I want to know what Sam does first, and then you can interject yourself.
Oh, okay. I mean,
This is all happening in rapid succession. So,
I see his gauntlet on the ground, and I just punt it off into the audience.
okay.
Yeah.
So much for that plan.
What
Actually,
would be
no,
a
it doesn't. I
kick?
want to keep track of that.
Keep an eye on it.
That would be a
keep
strength
track of
attack
that.
check, I guess.
Yeah, what's Sam's strength?
Sure.
It's pretty good, isn't it? Oh no, it's +0.
Oh, 10.
10. So you make contact, doesn't get off the ground really, it just tumbles, and it ends up hitting the herald, the trumpeter, in the shin, and he's not wearing armor, of course.
Right.
So it hits him right in the shin. He goes like, "Oh!" and he like leans over and starts rubbing his shin. Sunset, what would you like to do?
I would like to cast Mage Hand
Okay.
again. And pick up the gauntlet. And then, in traditional cartoon fashion, or perhaps even a more of a reference to Mel Brooks's Robin Hood Men in Tights, respond to his challenge by smacking him in the face with the gauntlet.
Against Wah, the knight.
Yeah. But obviously, like, I'm deep in the crowd. Like, it's just a floating gauntlet at this point that's smacking him in the face.
Hell yeah.
So you do so. You hit him. Give me a strength attack.
So I'm not looking to deal any damage, and I wouldn't be dealing any damage
So
anyway.
it would be
It's just kind of more of a surprise type thing. It's not looking to actually cause harm. And you really can't attack with Mage Hand anyway, so I'm not looking at this as an attack. It's more of a
whatever it is.
jump scare would be the best way I could think of it.
So at this time, he's got his fisticuffs up like this, and the gauntlet kind of comes at him from behind, and then comes in front of him, and gives him a backhand slap to the right cheek, and he just lets out a yelp,
Exactly.
and he after he does that, the gauntlet falls to the floor, and he turns back around and tries to look for who did that to him, and he just looks at the crowd. He says, Who slapped me? Who slapped me?
Nice. I should give an opening for Sam.
That's a surprise
While
round
he's
now.
distracted, I'm gonna try to just pilfer or grab anything I can spot, like any kind of pouches or pots he might have,
Necklace.
and see if I can just pickpocket him, as he's staring away into the audience.
Okay, with that same action, Stan tries to do the exact same thing as you, because your brothers, you think alike. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Yeah. You got this.
Oh my god, critical fail.
You have
You're
a
lucky.
plus
I'm
12.
gonna use my
You're lucky.
Lucky!
to re-roll, because I've rolled up a 4 so far.
Good call, Sensei.
I got
Oh, damn.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Go team.
So as he turns away, you sneak up behind him, and you realize as you're doing this, Stan's doing the same thing with you. And he kind of looks over you and he gives you a wink like, hey, brother. And as you do this, you work together to unfasten his gold, like solid gold, what's the right word? Like belt, but like more than a belt.
Codpiece.
Like a cummerbund almost, but it's detailed in in fleur-de-lis, and like it's got like multiple chains and parts to it. You unbuckle it, and
Just like a
His
sweet
wrestling
belt buckle.
championship.
it's almost like that. It's almost like that. And you unattach it, and you're able to snag it and get away with it. But as he's looking away, he doesn't notice that it happened. But what happens is his trousers drop, and the sword that was at his side
Nice.
clangs to the ground because it's no longer attached to anything. And at his surprise, oh god, he just rolled a natural one. With his surprise for this happening, he tries to turn back around to look at you, but his trousers have collected around his ankles, and he tries to run, and he tumbles over face flat into a puddle in the middle of this road.
Man, this poor guy.
With that, he
What
is
is
not
it?
too eager to get up. He seems a little defeated. He kind of sits there for a little bit.
Yeah.
And with that, his trumpeter comes up and tries to LeFleur, I'm sorry. It's okay. We will get. These guys are assholes. Do not listen to them. They don't know anything. Let's go. You're the best, LeFleur. You're the best.
Yeah.
And with that,
Well, Stan, I see you haven't changed a bit.
hi, Sam. It's been too long. But then, as this
Let's get out of this.
LeFleur or a Foie gets up, kind of grabs his horse by the reins and starts trudging the rest of the way into the city. And with that, the sandwich family is behind them, kind of, catcalling and insulting, yeah, you better run, chicken. And Stan puts his hand on your shoulder and he says, "Hi, Sam. It's been too long. We're here because we heard Ham
Kitty.
died by your side, and we're here. It's been a long time, and I know we have our differences, but for our brother Sam, we need to be a family. We need to be the sandwiches."
I tried to forget about what happened, but you're right. This is too big. I miss him already, and it's only been a few days. But
And he gives you
Glad
a
you came.
confused look, but you Dave, Sam, it's been 3 months.
well, I'll take your word for it, I guess.
With that, he wraps his arm around you,
Yes.
kind of gives you a little like older brother choke around, give you a noogie, and with that you continue on into the city. I do want to point out that during these 3 months, since the great deed you did for the Duke has allowed all three of you, some of you partaking and some of you not, but it has allowed there's four of you, all four of you to stay in the keep with him. You don't have any residence in the city. Your residence is the keep.
Oh,
Oh.
sweet.
So with all that, maybe it's the wrong question to ask, but what's done is done. No backsies. Would any the whole crowd recognize?
Yes, you are
Us.
definitely.
Okay.
Actually no. Everyone except for Sam is recognizable.
Huh?
Because this is no.
I got passed by the trace still. Though.
Sam or who joined later? Was it Sam or Load? I can't remember.
Load
It was
the
Sam.
last
Yeah.
one.
I was the last
Yeah.
one.
So I'm sorry. Kalen, Sam, and Sunset are recognizable to the crowd. You're the three in the statue in the central courtyard. Load is you're not. People don't know who you are. But with this whole fight
Good.
and everything,
Perfect.
the crowd has recognized that Sam, one of the heroes of Cantamont, has basically humiliated one of the great knights entering the city. This is known to the crowd now.
Gotcha. Even though he was
So-
covered in slop.
Did the slop offer any camouflage?
Right, I
Any,
mean, I guess that would be
mean,
a
it's not too different
distinguishing
from-
factor for Sam. As
At
opposed
this
to-
point, yeah, you're probably right.
yeah,
How long has he been in the
It's just
gutter?
another
Right.
day.
3 months.
they're all just like, "Oh, that Sam sandwich." Such a character.
Such a wise guy.
So do I? So do I still have pass without a trace? So I rolled a 1, right? Because you had me roll
Disadvantage, yeah.
disadvantage or something like that. Right. So does the pass without a trace? Does that mean that like it's
No.
or
You've,
like they were
you
still
failed that
No.
roll, which is why you were noticed. But now it is still up. So the next
Okay.
time you try to stealth, you will still have the +10.
Okay. Cool. So the retainers, are they like bringing out their swords and stuff, or are they just like wondering what's the holdup, or just like aghast? and
No,
shocked?
his retainers are helping to gather him off the floor and ushering him into the city.
Okay.
Was that like literally the first guy in the entire procession?
Like we held up the entire parade.
It wasn't. It's not. It's not a
Oh,
parade.
God, what
it's
are
not
they gonna do
a. It's not a
next-
scheduled
next
thing.
week?
It's like basically when knights show up from their journey to get to Cantamont.
Stream.
It's whenever they show up, there are people waiting. It's not a schedule. So this is it happened to be that the Wa showed up right before the Sandwich family.
He was just the really, really unlucky one.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Not
Yeah,
your
it's
day,
good for
buddy.
anybody.
All right. Well, let's go back to the keep and get a drink. Sound good? Like that's a good.
Come
That's a good
on,
day's
guys.
work.
We've got the best place.
Yeah. Bring the entire family into the keep. It's like, oh, they're good.
There's ponies and
Yeah.
everything.
Let's try. Let's do this. Let's go to the keep. Let's introduce the Duke to the family.
You'll love him. He's such a nice guy.
All right, so
Quite the
you
nice.
basically follow Wa the knight all the way through the city. You see him when you pass by the central plaza with the statue of yourselves. You see him, and he's kind of surrounded by his posse and kind of supporting him, and he's a little bit disheveled now. And you literally see him when you pass by the statue, that he looks up at the statue and then kind of peers over his shoulder and looks at you guys, and he's like, But basically,
I would like to point out Sunset
Sand.
is about 30 feet behind Sam. As far as anybody's concerned, they're not together.
fair enough. When you get to the keep, the guards at the gate easily, without question or even a word, let Wa into the gate. But once the group of you guys plus the Sandwich family roll up to the gate, they kind of, cross halberds. Says, and you're familiar with the gatemen. they say, "Oi, Kaylin and Load, Sam, Sunset. It's good to see you, but who are your friends here?"
More than just friends. This is family. The most important kind of friend. You guys have families?
Friends you can't
Yes,
choose.
I love my mother very much, but I cannot let I cannot let them into the,
Well,
the
then,
keep.
great.
The Duke said only the heroes of Cantamount.
Well, this is exactly what he meant. The heroes of Cantamount and their family.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah, buddy.
16.
16. Ooh, that's hold on.
That's pretty spicy there. All right.
As you say this, the guard looks at you, thinks about it, and he says, and he kind of steps up to you and kind of looks down at you, you know, because you're a halfling. And he says, "Sam, my friend, you, I cannot let these hooligans into the castle. I am loyal to the Duke."
Hooligans. Sounds like you're loyal to yourself. Family.
Okay,
Better
I want to
have a
say something
mother.
here. This might be bad, but I want to say something
Mhm.
here. I want to walk up to the guard and say, "Look, you can either let Sam's family in, or I can ask my family to join us." And I kind of look out towards the gate with the banners flying from the war party that's outside.
Interesting. Okay, so let's see if he gets it. Well, give me an intimidation check. That's an intimidation.
Man, I've missed you guys.
All right. That will be a 17.
Okay.
Better than
Natural
16.
one on his part. So
Ooh, man,
he's like,
pants.
the Sylvan elves? Your family is here? The war party? Oh, they tell stories of what Sylvans do to their enemies. Okay, you may enter. At this time,
I can't believe that worked. I can't believe that worked.
Yeah, me neither.
Well done.
Sunset, give me a Arcana check.
$17 as well.
You have the.
Doing great.
This is an unfamiliar sensation for you, Sunset, but at this moment, you basically get that, you know, alarm clock sound in the back of your head, which tells you that you have received, for the first time, a request for your business. You set up a system that allows you to be warned when someone needs your services. And this is the first time it's happened.
Oh.
But it's all
I'm
it's all
assuming that
internal,
it's-
so no one knows what else would happen, but just you know that.
Right. So I'm assuming that this would essentially mean that there's literally somebody at my shop at this time.
Actually,
right?
it could be
So-
it could be someone at your shop, or it's someone else sending you a message in a magical way. Also, you don't know the difference right now. You won't know the difference until you get back to your shop.
Okay. Well, I kind of want to see where this goes. Like, I kind of want to see where both go.
That's half the fun of giving you two choices you want to go down.
I think for now, I'm gonna stay here because I feel like the intimidation doesn't work quite as well if I'm not with them as they enter. And if I excuse myself now, then they could just say, oh, well, if she's leaving, then no, you can't enter.
I mean, I could just like threaten to beat the shit out of him or something.
You could, but I also want to see where this goes. So let's stick with this
Okay.
for now.
As you all enter into the keep, everyone dismounts. All the gaggle of halflings all get off their wagon. They're all kind of drink in hand, going into the keep. It's a bit of a raucous affair. But as they enter the Great Hall, the Duke is sitting as he always is, sitting at the end in his throne, one hand reached across and holding the armrest of the throne for his Duchess, Isabel, who is gone since the end of season 1. And he looks off in distant thought. He's kind of distracted. But as you go in, the first one through the door is Wah, and he storms down the middle of the keep, and he says, "My lord, the Duke of Cantermont, I want these halflings." I can't do a French accent right now. I want the halflings. I want them shut down immediately. Immediately. They have humiliated me, Wall et Fleur, at the gates of Cantermont. I want satisfaction. Duke, give me satisfaction. And with that, the
It looked like he got plenty of satisfaction in the street there. There was a challenge issued and a challenge won.
do you say that out loud?
I say that out loud.
Don't be salty just because you lost.
With that, he before the Duke responds, he hears all that, and he's like, and he turns to you and just gives you a, and without waiting for a response from the Duke, he follows his herald up the side stairs up to the guest wing of the keep, the spot where he knows he's going to be staying, and storms away. With that, the Duke lifts up his eyes and sees Sam and his family and Kaelin and Lode and Sunset, and says, "My friends, it seems you have upset Wah, my wife's second cousin, half removed. To be honest with you, please come closer. Be honest with you, I do not care. He is a douche. He is a douchebag. What? Who do you bring before me today?"
Well, Your Highness, this is my lovely family. They have traveled far to Cantermont to mourn the passing of my dear brother, who died a few days ago.
Again, looks at you in a bit of a weird thing, but he says he's a very formal man, so he says, I welcome the Sandwich family to my keep. Ham Sandwich was a great warrior, and did amazing things for this, not only this city but this nation of Equitaine. And you are welcome in my house.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Bam, good deed.
Sam is still
Kane.
dripping the liquid.
A little bit.
Onto the fine carpet.
Walking through the city kind of dried him out a little bit, so he's fine.
Okay.
Kaelin and Sunset, he nods at you and he says,
Horse
welcome
motor.
back, Lode. My dwarf friend, what news do you bring me?
So, I had spent some of the last few months to the east, in the southern reaches of the Empire, in the area around the town of Wilhelmshaven, and I bring you news of the growing influence of the Saurian ancients in that area. A group of adventurers was able to stop one Kuata Lord from taking control of some sort of magical artifact, but in that they weren't entirely sure if they had banished the entire, the influence of the Saurians entirely.
With that, the Duke is very surprised and very interested. He says, the lizard folk are have come across the ocean. I am very concerned. I can't do a French accent. God. And you see in his eyes. Give me insight check. Load.
Oh, okay.
Insight 16.
Yeah. Okay. You basically when you say that his eyes go wide and you see the pinwheels in his eyes. The Duke has suffered ever since his wife went missing in the final fight from last season, and he is looking for any answer. And he says, "Yes, Saurians. This must be the reason. They must have taken my Duchess. Thank you, Lode. Thank you, Lode. You have told me everything I need to know." And he turns to his side.
I know in dark times it's easy to start grasping at reasons to explain your pain, but I don't know that this is necessarily connected. I just think, maybe we kind of gesture to my compatriots. Maybe, we should look into it a little bit before you, get fully invested in that as an explanation for what happened to your wife.
And his pinwheels do not leave his eyes, but he says, "Yes, you please investigate, and I will gather my advisors, and we will determine what is best to do next." And he stops for a second, and he says, "This is a funny question. What do I call you? Everyone has always called you the heroes of Cantamont. Did the four of you have a name?"
Oh no.
Maybe something to work on.
We'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
I was hoping to catch you guys out, and you think of some funny name. Oh.
I mean, one of us could just shout something out and then commit the team to that name.
Well,
I thought about doing that, but
in the moment
I
that would
decided
totally be
against it.
Sam. So
I'm too enamored with my family being here to think of anything good.
yeah.
Chicks,
While this
Toby
is
Dicks.
this, Jesus.
whoa.
Oh.
Wow, that wasn't it, but
So personal.
As this is happening, the Sandwich family is basically, has taken over one corner of the Great Hall and taken a long table and started. They produce kegs of beer out of nowhere, and they're all drinking and kind of in conversation, probably being a bit too loud for proper politeness, but they're there having a good time.
Well, plus I'm assuming like a marble room, so it echoes like a son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
definitely.
Sunset exclaims out loud, "So that's where he gets it from," meaning the pulling beer out of nowhere.
Yeah. Family
Clearly
magic.
a family trait. Yeah.
All right, with
Party on
that,
the go.
we're about halfway through, so I just want to take a quick 2-minute break. Remind everyone to please like and subscribe. We're on Twitch and YouTube live right now. It looks like we have 8 subscribers, or not subscribers, people watching.
Oh, and I think 5 of them.
I'm
are
pretty sure
us.
5 of them are us. So those
But-
three people watching,
Yeah.
thank you for watching. We appreciate
Shout
it.
out to my brother. My brother's watching on
Yeah,
Twitch.
another
so
TV
you,
viewer,
man.
Syndicate, Epic Wings, and Mogul Mail.
So guys, thanks for watching. Hey, tell your friends, please subscribe, and we really appreciate it.
We're getting another drink.
Yes.
Back in
Thank you.
what?
And you know what?
2
I'm gonna
minutes,
play
you
my
said?
little intro video again because I thought it was awesome.
Okay, I'm sure you did.
Fair enough. We'll be right back, guys.
No one in this world can you trust. Not men, not women, not beasts. This you can trust.
Oh, I love that video. I love Conan the Barbarian so much. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Ugh.
I don't think I've seen it in.
How long?
I'm trying to remember when it even came out.
1980, I think. 70, late 70s,
Okay,
maybe.
so I probably haven't seen it in at least 20 years.
You should. It's worth the rewatch.
I think I've only ever seen it once. Yeah, it's one of those that I keep meaning to rewatch, and then it's just like I never get around to it. So it's on my list.
1982.
I've got a list probably. of my
1982.
own. 82. Okay, yeah. So before I was born. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for what this season's gonna happen. I think I set up I think I set up backstories for all 4 of you that are pretty cool.
I am very intrigued by where things are going so far. I'm enjoying the interplay here. I am really surprised that worked.
What worked?
The if you don't, you can either let his family in, or I can invite my family to join.
The persuasion
us.
check.
Just looking back at the
Or the intimidation. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah,
if it had
that was pretty
been
sweet.
a persuasion check, it would have been at +8.
Hmm.
It was only at +4 because it was an intimidation check.
Okay, good enough.
But yeah, I rolled pretty good.
So,
So
Sunset dipping more into that mantis, or you changing it up?
oh, it's done.
Oh,
Like this-
what spirit do you think was the base for it?
this is the it's probably a mead. That's what my friend has been
Oh, okay.
doing a lot of recently. So I don't know the specifics of what went into this one. Like I know the Viking blood one that I've talked about previously
Yeah.
was like sour cherry.
Dude, that was amazing.
Yeah, no, it was really good. It's probably my favorite one that he's done thus far. But like this is really
More
good.
blood!
Can't
More blood!
I can't pinpoint anything that's in it.
So, random thought. My in-laws live in a town called Upland, California, which is in the Inland Empire of LA. And randomly when I was there, my brother-in-law and I both like to drink beer, so we scope out the microbrews and the craft breweries in the area. And one of them we went to is one that's called Rock House, R-O with two little dots over the O, R-O-K, and it was a Viking-inspired brewery in LA.
Nice.
You just said that, I'm like,
Nice.
yeah, that was pretty cool. Anyway, shout out to Rock Brewery in Upland, California.
Oh, there we go. That's a nice view of the can there.
Yeah.
Hey, also, if anyone's watching that is into, I need input from artists and from people who want music or painters of models, any of that stuff. If you're inspired by this, send me, message me and send me music, art, paintings, whatever you want. I'd love to have it. But moving back to the story, we talked to the Duke. After that, he basically ushers you away as he's very excited about this idea of the Saurians being the cause of his the Duchess leaving. And with that, he kind of retreats back to his chambers. He's writing letters on parchment with the feather pen, all that good stuff. Yeah, and he heads back, and with that, all that's left is some random nobles in the Great Hall and the Sandwich family.
Who are also
In their own
noble
way. In their own way.
In their own way. A very special way. I mean, I think we're just partying with the sandwiches, right?
Sam's trying to get caught up with the latest gossip and see what
Are
people been up to.
are they counts? Do you have a Monte Cristo sandwich in the family?
Ooh.
Hell yeah. That's a smart joke.
Clever.
Right there.
Yeah. Sorry, I've been sitting on that one for a little while
That's
now. Just waiting
that's a
for the
pretty
right
great.
time.
I'm gonna definitely say hands down there's a Monte Cristo like cousin in there somewhere.
He's the patriarch of the whole family.
You know, drop like a family tree
Uh,
or a family hoagie.
Family hoagie.
Oh, I gotta stop and start my camera. It blew up.
Ah,
Oh
Okay.
no!
No,
Now
it's
you broke
So
his
as
cards.
you're hanging out, you you're having this conversation. All of you are talking to the different sandwiches, and Stan Sandwich is sitting there with you, Sam, and he says to you, the sandwiches, we miss not having you in our ranks. If only you'd come back to the secret sandwich.
I don't know. A lot's happened since those days.
did Lode hear the term secret sandwich?
Yes. Yeah. Everyone heard it.
Okay, so you're gonna have to explain that. You can't just drop us a term like secret sandwich and not elaborate. At least a little bit. I mean, I know secret is in the name, but like, just give me something. Just give me a bite of the sandwich.
You at the time, Loader, sitting across from Meatball Sandwich, which is like he's a guy, he's a little bit larger than the rest of the sandwiches, but he's got a little, cushion for the pushing. And he says to you, and he looks at you, then looks over at Stan and gives him an quizzical look. And Stan looks back at him and gives him a nod and says, "Yeah, the secret sandwich, it's what we call each other. We're like a brotherhood, It's the sandwiches."
Okay, so it's just like a secret name for something that already exists publicly and openly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. That's cool. I like it.
Don't tell anybody.
And with that, Sunset, the alarm in your back of your head goes off again.
I think at this time I'll go ahead and excuse myself and head back to my shop to figure out what is going on with that.
All right, so
Getting robbed by Calypso again, no doubt.
Yeah, probably.
with that, we're gonna separate. Sunset. We'll go with Sunset first. We're gonna go with Sunset first. Sunset heads back to your stand, and when you get there, there's no one there. It's it's getting the afternoon now, so the Crusaders' Way has quieted down, and at your little stand, which have you thought of a name for your business yet?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with the bare bones, Sunset Shimmer Mace for hire.
Fair enough. That's not a bad name.
And yeah.
Not super inspired, but functional.
Yeah, like I feel like I would have thrown it together pretty quickly, so that's what I'm going with.
There is no one there,
We can
but
rebrand
there
later.
is a note stuck to your door with a knife through it.
Subtle.
Oh,
Give me a perception check.
Is it like written in Draconic? That'd be pretty sweet.
that would be pretty sweet and apt for is it perception? 18.
The letter's folded over, like it's folded over and then spiked through, so you can't read it yet. But the knife, you notice, is not a normal knife. This is, well, I guess a normal knife in certain circles. It's
cursed.
It's a knife that is a piece of cutlery, like you use to eat food with. It's like a dinner knife, but it's very, very nice, like very well done, elaborate, intricate, perfectly sharpened, polished cutlery knife.
Classy.
So a knife for somebody who doesn't have a real knife, like a dagger, and is clearly highborn. Okay, this doesn't bode well. All right, continue.
Do you want to open up the note? That's the question.
Yeah. I will. I'll go ahead and remove the ornate cutlery. That's what I'm putting as the inventory item that I am.
Ornate cutlery.
Uh,
Okay, as you wrench the knife free,
yeah.
you open the note, and it says, "Mage for hire, comma. I am in need of your services. There are criminals in the Dur district that need to be dealt with. Please."
Again.
Please, that's true. That's a good point.
I was gonna say, can you put that in a memo titled "Shit I Already Know"?
Please,
Oh wait, I think they
please,
actually did.
please eradicate
Right here.
the scarred palms.
Scarred palms.
The scarred palms, and with that, there is like a physical street address that is within the Dur district. Lastly, at the end of the letter, it says, "When this is completed, you'll be rewarded with 200 gold pieces. Thank you for your time and consideration. Signed. Hold on one second. Hold on. Signed. I can't remember the exact wording here.
Wah.
Hold on. No, it's not. It's not Wah. Signed.
Definitely not it.
It says this is a what's it called? With the first letter for each word. What's the
Acronym.
It's an acronym. It's TNTTC.
ENTTC. Great. Well, that is less than my asking price.
What? Okay, good
But I
question.
haven't
What
gotten
is your
any
asking
money
price?
in 3 months. It depends on the job, but for what effectively amounts to assassination, or as this sounds, eradication of an entire group of people, probably somewhere
Okay,
between.
correction.
500
He
and
said
1,000
500 gold.
Okay.
Well, it could have been a she.
5,000 gold, you mean?
Not he or she. The note said 500 gold.
Okay. I mean, I was gonna do it for the 200 because I haven't been paid in 3 months, but you know, I'll take the 500. Yeah.
All right, that's
All right.
what you gonna do?
Well. This was
Correct.
on the door to my shop, correct? Okay, so I'm actually going to go into the shop, just to make sure everything looks.
It is
barren
just
it
as
was
empty as it
when I
was
left.
before.
All right, good to know. Nobody decided to ransack the place for nothing. Good. All right. Well,
All right. So when sunset was gone,
thing.
Kalen, Lode, and Sam, you continue to drink. I need all three of you to take a Constitution check.
Eight.
15.
Am I supposed to be rolling?
Yeah, Constitution check. Come on.
Yeah.
Too bad it was a concentration check. Auto fail. That's a natural one. Yep,
Ooh.
we failed.
Okay, Sam and
Oh.
Kalen, you are now inebriated. Lode has able to hold his beer.
How am I out drinking Sam? That doesn't seem right.
I'm drunk on the camaraderie of family.
Okay.
Yeah, with that, you continue to drink, and now, Cheese Sandwich has declared to all of you that I challenge you all to a drinking contest.
Okay. Now.
I accept.
This
And
will
he says,
end well.
and
All right,
Cheese
so-
Sandwich like, all right, this is how it works, boys. And he pours 3 beers in front of himself and pours 3 beers in front of each 3 of you. And he says, this is a best out of 3 game. First one to finish their beer for each 3 bears wins that round. Best out of 3. Says, are you ready?
Pretty straight up. Yeah.
Yes.
And with that, he starts drinking. I need all 3 of you to give me a Constitution saving throw. Sam and Kalen at disadvantage.
Oh. All right. Well, maybe I can
All right.
get worse than the 2. Let's see. Nope.
Now, is this against
I got
the effects
4.
of the alcohol?
It's against
No,
death.
I'm rolling. You're rolling against him.
Oh.
Against cheese.
So
I got a
it
4,
too.
so I think I
Oh my-
lost.
So I guess I have kind of a DM question.
Uh-huh.
Well, definitely a DM question. Kind of a theoretical question. The
Yeah.
dwarven advantage against poison. Two versions of the same question. One, does that affect things against alcohol? And two, is that because of the dwarven preponderance for drinking?
I think that's quite appropriate.
I would say yes to both counts.
Because, you know,
honestly.
when you drink too much alcohol, you do receive alcohol poisoning.
Right. I mean, it's poison.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
is a
Roll at
poison. It
advantage
is
then. Roll
literally
at
delicious
roll at
poison.
advantage.
Hell yeah. All right. Do first one, not good. Second one, 26.
Oof. Boom.
Sam and Kaylin pick up their beers and are kind of like they kind of like miss their face and it kind of pours down the side of their cheek and they're like, what? Cheese picks up his
Just like
beer.
real life.
Cheese picks up his beer and starts drinking fast, and you're like, Lo just sitting there, hasn't even picked up his beer yet, staring down Cheese. And he's just like, picks up his beer, slams it down in one gulp, slams it on the table, and Cheese's eyes just go wide, like, oh no.
So I don't know if you've seen those guys who can
Yeah.
open their throat and literally just pour beer down their throat. That's what I imagine happened here. Is Lode was just like, "Yep, I'm bringing out all the tricks," and just one fell swoop, the whole pint's gone.
That guy on the Man Show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Truly awful television show, but
It's classic.
Yeah,
so great.
I remember seeing a YouTube video years ago of this guy, like there were like 15 beers in front of him, like full pints, and they were
Jeez.
gone in 30 seconds, all 15.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, because there's a way that
Sure.
you can open throat and
I'm
Yeah,
just
there
surprised to be able
pour
to hold
liquid
all
down
that
it,
liquid,
and
right? Like, that's but some people can.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
big is your stomach?
well, I mean, this I'm pretty sure he was
Flavor.
Irish, and so probably a lifetime. He was also like 70, so a lifetime of drinking.
Nice.
Practice
Like he
makes
can pack
perfect.
it
True.
away. Yeah.
Okay, so round
Round
two.
two. Cheese eyes up Sam
There's
and
tutorials
Kaylin and
out
says,
there.
"Hey, you boys
Yeah.
okay over there? You're okay?" Sam, you're letting down the Sandwich family name.
Well, I started with the handicap.
He started drinking
Started
3 months
drinking like
ago.
10 years ago or something.
And with that, Cheese
I've been
says, "Well,
drinking.
I won't look down at you if you bow out gracefully." And he winks at you, but he says, "You all ready for round two?"
I'm ready for round 3.
And with that,
Let it ride.
Cheese starts drinking. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
At disadvantage?
Yes, Kaylin, you're at disadvantage. Sam, you're at disadvantage.
10.
Another 26.
Jesus.
11.
Again, Kaylin and Sam, you drink. You do a little better this time. You get all the beer, in your mouth. But
Just like
It doesn't stay there, but you do get it in your mouth. at one
Load
point.
simply it's just like it's a blink of an eye. It's just like blink, mo, and down. Lick, lick, boom.
Pro.
He's drinking like a fish swims.
And with that, as you do that,
Literally by
Cheese is still
drinking.
drinking. His eyes go wide again. He's like, "You've got to be kidding me!" Oh boy, Load, you're a good drinker.
He's got one of those trick cups. As you tip it over, all the
And with
liquid
that,
disappears.
Cheese gets up and he starts pacing back and forth behind the stool. He's like, "Oh, you can do this, Cheese. Cheese, believe in yourself, Cheese. Cheese, you're a good drinker, Cheese. Oh, Cheese, you can do this, Cheese." And he sits back down, And he says, "All right, enough dilly-dally. Round 3," and he picks up his beer and starts
he pulling
drinking.
out the
Give me
bacon?
a Constitution saving throw. Oh, I'm sorry. Load for the last round. Give me a regular straight Constitution saving throw to see if you get drunk.
Okay. 17.
Yeah, no drunk for you. All right, everyone do a con for see if you get drunk, or just to see how fast you drink the beer.
All right, there's a 5 and natural 1
5.
on disadvantage.
Sam? Jesus.
5.
Load.
Getting all my bad rolls out for the campaign. Just get it all done right here.
I was gonna say
22.
we have to roll some,
22.
like, 4s and 5s. all
Again,
night.
the exact same thing happens. Sam and Kaylin are they're like under the table at this point. Load again, just without even blinking, looking at Cheese in the eyes, just like downs his beer, slams it on the table. Oh,
Oh, I like
I
that.
wink at him while I'm doing it.
Load, give me one last Constitution saving throw to see if you get drunk.
Okay. 14.
No, your dwarf fortitude is just really doing it for you. With that, Cheese
Hell yeah.
Cheese is, looking at you in the eyes with a like. He says, I think that was unfair. And then he just falls over backwards, unconscious onto the floor.
You did good, kid. You did good.
And with that, Sunset returns to the keep.
Hey! Magic Lady's back.
I see things have deteriorated quickly in my absence.
Depends on your view of the world. Things have only gotten
You know us
better.
too well.
You seem
Quite.
quiet. Is everything all right? Do you want to talk about anything?
Is Sam the
do-
lovable
do you need a
drunk who
hug?
wants to be everybody's friend? And
Sit down. Tell me
is that
about
where
your
this
day.
is going?
Sam is every type of drunk.
Yeah, you know what? I believe it. I believe it. He is the drunk the situation demands.
So I see Sunset and I stumble over and just like sort of like fall into like a hug, like you're kind of a bitch, but you're all right.
Oh, they're making up.
I worked hard to be so.
Definitely a pro.
So, what happened at your magic cart?
You must be confusing me with some other magic user. Perhaps some sort of lowly traveling magician.
I mean, I was picturing it like a food cart,
I
but
don't
I haven't
have
actually
a
seen
cart.
it yet. So, paint me a picture.
You
I
literally
didn't see
saw
any
it
customers.
earlier today.
I don't remember that.
That's not a real shop. You're just standing outside someone's random door, pretending like it's your shop.
It had my
Yeah,
name
you can do
above
illusions.
the door.
Whatever.
It's
Only
okay,
takes
we
a
won't
second.
judge.
No, actually, I
Yeah.
can.
I
Sorry,
think you
I
can.
just-
That's all that.
I genuinely forgot about that. So, my bad. How are things at the shop?
Mobile or otherwise.
You could branch out and get a cart. Maybe that would bring in more business.
Yeah.
I'm just spitballing here.
Trying to decide if Sunset has actually heard of Trixie the Traveling Stage Magician. or if she's
Uh-oh.
going to take this personally.
I never said anything about traveling stage musicians.
I know you didn't, but Cart, and you're talking to somebody about their magical business. It wouldn't be that far of a stretch, provided that Sunset had actually heard of Trixie in some capacity.
Okay.
More on that later.
enough.
In any case, I have a client.
Cool. What do you got to do?
Congratulations.
Go rescue someone's kid, or you need a what?
I have to murder a bunch of people.
See,
Our
you're gonna
usual
be great
business.
at that.
Your usual business? Hurting people?
No,
Our usual
our
So,
usual business.
Robbing places and killing civilians? The other one.
No, the other one.
Oh.
Does it?
The Duke approved one.
Okay.
I mean, you're close with killing civilians.
Don't say that too
These
loud.
might be
does it have to deal
civilians.
with humans and leave them in a poor state of health?
No
Okay.
state
I
of
would say
health.
that's at the bottom end of poor.
Where you know what? I'm gonna put this in the best light possible. We're going to help them kick that nasty oxygen habit that they seem to
So
have.
being drunk in a good mood,
acquired.
make it up, like arm around her neck, but like just almost like headlights. Like, yeah, this sounds awesome. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's start walking to the door. Like we're going now.
You want to be careful doing
I'm
that.
drunk.
You
What,
want to
can't
be.
blame-
I mean,
don't
you're
have-
drunk.
I don't have 100% agency
You're
in
drunk.
This is happening.
You know what? Your coordination is bad enough.
Yeah, if I slip with you in a
I want to
headlock,
make a
that could
dex check to avoid the headlock.
I seen it.
hurt.
I want to make a dex check to avoid the
Alright.
headlock.
DM,
Sober.
What do you want us doing?
So
Doing
Kaylin is attempting
Not
to
baller.
put Sunset in a headlock. So give me a strength check from Kaylin at disadvantage because you're drunk.
Disadvantage at -2, so that's a 2, and yeah. But the best I got is a 4.
Hey, Sunset, give me a dex check.
Okay.
So it's 4 with advantage, 2 at disadvantage.
Hold on. Hold
Okay.
on. I win.
You can
I have a
still
plus
if
5
you
to
roll
dex.
a natural 1.
I beat you with just. Not
Okay.
really. But
If you- if-
okay.
Okay. If you
I'll-
roll a
I'll-
natural 1, then
I'll entertain.
we'll talk.
That's gonna be a 20.
Okay.
Not.
Whatever.
It's a
So,
dirty 20.
It's an order of
but-
magnitude greater.
Kaylin attempts
Suck it.
to drunkenly wrap her arm around Sunset's neck, and Sunset just does a 1-foot sidestep, and Kaylin just stumbles past Sunset.
No. What I will do, because I exceeded Kaylin's roll by such a significant amount, is I will do the the girlfriend's
Oh,
lock
the
arms,
linking
with
arms?
Kaylin thing, so that so like she doesn't fall flat on her face because I stepped away and got out of the
So, so you
headlock,
sort of catch
but
me before I fall
you
on my
know.
face, as I stumbling like that. Okay. All right.
essentially yes.
That's nice.
That's
That's
nice.
like the nicest thing I've ever seen Sunset do.
Cool. Oh, like
Are you kidding? Did you not see me get Sam's entire family
I
into the
was
heat?
kidding, but yeah,
all right.
that was pretty good too.
So,
You did do it by threatening to kill a guy, but you know,
No, I didn't. I threatened nothing. All
was to
I
let your
threatened
violent
was that I would.
entire race of beings
What-
into
Hey.
the city and kill everybody.
All right. I mean, I guess you guys wouldn't know,
Mhm.
but well, I mean, at the end of of season 1, it was stated that I recognized the banners as
Oh.
my
Ah.
family. Legitimately, my
Gotcha.
family. I was not lying. they may not be here to kill a bunch of people. In all odds, they're probably here to just bring me back. But you guys don't have
No,
to.
too late. No, you said that
Forget
out
I said
loud.
anything.
That's.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
That was out of character. That was exposition,
Turbo.
reminding players about the.
All
end
right.
of
So
last
what?
season.
What do you want to do, Sunset? Basically, everyone else is just kind of drinking. You told them about your job. Do you want to? And what do you want to do?
Well, I mean, here's a question, and this is player question, not character question. Did Kaylin mention anything about the figure she saw in the alley? This
Caitlin
morning?
never said anything, so
Nope.
no. She
No?
noticed it,
Okay.
and that's it. She's the only one.
All right, I just.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I
Nope.
can't use that connection.
You don't know
to
that exists.
warrant. I don't know that exists.
No.
So are we
That's
like
perfectly
gonna go
fine.
fight lizards or something? What it sounded like.
Well, I mean, if you guys wanted to help me with this job, I'll cut you in on on
what
some of the
what would our
profits.
take be?
Well, I mean, the total amount I'd be receiving is 200. So,
Steve Jobs.
yeah, I'll cut you in for a quarter of that.
Gold.
Well, I guess that would be a persuasion
50 gold
check.
each.
No, it doesn't matter. You're against your own guys, so whatever. You guys do whatever you want.
Okay, to be perfectly honest, persuasion, deception,
Well,
it's
if
the
we're
same
all,
roll
like,
for me.
Hammered.
So I don't think it matters
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah, like, yeah. This is the perfect opportunity to make these sorts of
Alright.
deals. It's also one of the one of
Alright,
the myriad
sounds
reasons
good.
why
Been
Sunset
getting
doesn't
bored.
drink.
It's so much easier to lie to the people around you when you're sober and they're drunk.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't
It's
always
easier to
lie.
persuade on one way or the other.
Fair?
I mean, to be fair,
All right,
I mean,
we're in. We're go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this now. We got time.
No convincing needed.
It
Let's
is
go
it is
nuts.
now
No.
in the evening time, so the sun is set.
we will pursue this
Okay.
task in the morning.
All right, sit down. Sit down. Have a drink with us.
I really wish I had that create water spell.
Yeah.
No. We're not drinking water here. Sit down. We have plenty of beer. We don't need water. Come on.
I am drinking water.
I grab another mug of beer and like take the water and exchange it with the beer one. It's like no. Beer. You want beer?
What's your strength? Is it -2?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, it probably doesn't. You're drunk. You'll find that my mug
Okay,
of
I start
water is
pouring beer in your
immovable.
mug of water.
My God.
Is shield a touch spell, and could that prevent? Oh no, it's a self spell. But arguably, it would.
do you got,
Anything
Mike?
I'm holding. Oh, I was thinking I could cast shield, and like prevent.
Okay, sure. Yeah, use
the
a
beer
use
from
a spell slot.
entering
Ding.
the
Huh,
mug.
what happened? Next, let's do that again. Use another spell slot. Let's do this. You can use all your spell slots on
with
shield.
that, Stan
Yeah, I could.
stands
I can go all
up
night.
and he says, "What? Hi lads, it's been a good night, but I need to get some Z's. I'm very tired." And with that, he stands up and starts walking away.
Okay.
To
Well,
where?
good night, brother.
Everyone
Oh.
take a perception
this
check.
would be. This would be
Sam and Kalen are at disadvantage.
Oh, damn it. All right, 23 and 16. Okay, 16.
Jesus,
One.
Sam.
All right.
Well, I mean,
25.
do you really expect it to be that bad?
So, interestingly enough, provided that this is happening during the fight about the beer going into Sunset's water glass, Sunset is very much more invested in this than Kalen is. Because I rolled a total of 9. Whereas
Yep.
Kalen got a 16.
So what am I perceiving?
All right, so Sam and Sunset, you don't understand anything, but Load, you rolled in the 20s, Load, right?
Yeah, 25. It was a natural 20 plus 5.
And Kalen, what did you roll?
16.
rolled a-
Kalen rolled a 16.
You rolled a
All right,
nat
so
20?
just Load notices this. As Stan is leaving, he walks up towards his bedroom because the Duke or the steward of the castle has given all of these halflings a place to stay, which he's not too happy about, but he's doing it. Load, you notice that Stan walked up to his bedroom, and everyone kind of thought that's where he was going. And then at the last second, he noticed him, he veered off and went towards the front of the castle, to the main gate.
Interesting. Let's see. Just how terrible am I at like investigation and stealth and things like that? Not truly terrible.
Well, you're not wearing heavy armor, so
Not wearing
that's
any
an
armor.
automatic plus.
Come on, Barbs, wear armor? Come on.
Probably like not even
Oh.
wearing shoes.
Oh, right.
So I don't make a lot
Right.
of sound.
You're just like me.
I'm just terribly drunk.
I'm also not wearing armor.
Let's see. Do I want to recruit one of my band of misfit friends to check this out?
Yeah.
Kalen,
Well,
what?
okay. You're
going on?
drunk, so
Kalen,
you might
what?
not be
What?
thinking clearly.
Sam's. So what is Stan's relation to Sam?
They are
that
brothers.
brother-
They are brothers.
They're brothers. Okay.
But you're
No,
drunk.
Load-
so you
Load is
might
not drunk.
Remember
Load is
correctly.
not drunk.
Father,
Kalen
perhaps.
is.
I mean,
Oh, Load's not drunk. Oh,
I assume
okay.
I'm drunk, but not like.
No, you're Dwarven Resolve.
incoherent.
You rolled high enough that you're just shrugging it off.
Well, I'm not even like enjoying. Not even like having fun.
Come on,
drunk.
Load. We can drink alcohol
Or am I
and
just, like,
enjoy it
stone
not
cold
without being
sober?
drunk.
Well, we're having a party. You know, it's a fictional world.
I'm doing you a
This
favor. You're
doesn't
not drunk.
denote
You're not
But-
drunk.
That I have a problem.
You are still sober. You're a dwarf.
All right, fine.
You're buzzed but not drunk, so you don't get any of the disadvantages,
Caleb.
but you have all of the
Huh.
advantages.
I think that we should follow Stan Sandwich because he didn't go to his room. And this is boring as shit because I'm not drunk at all. So we all those beers.
You
like,
realize Sunset probably be more willing to
I
go.
mean,
Whoa, you're talking too much.
Seems
We're,
like
just point to the direction we're going
All right.
to.
never mind. Drink your beer. Sunset.
Where are we going? Oh, okay.
Stan Sandwich didn't go to his bedroom. He took a turn towards the front of the castle.
Are you saying this all in
I'm
front
not
of
drunk.
Sam also?
Sure. I mean, what are the odds that he's gonna know what
They're
I'm
drunk.
talking
Like, what are they
about
gonna remember?
or care? Like, he's like, oh, that's Stan.
Also, there's still beer on the table.
Sam, give me
Sam, we're gonna go play hide and seek with your brother.
Oh, I like it.
You can come if you
fun.
want. But
Oh,
you know,
okay.
we're
I'm
not
good at
bringing
hiding.
beer. Okay, you go hide.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
this is gonna be so good.
You go hide.
We're never gonna find
All right,
him again.
count to 500. I'll
Okay.
go hide.
You do that.
I can do that. I can legitimately do that. I don't know if the rest of you can do that, but I can
Oh
do
wait,
that.
time is drifting by. If you want to go after Stan, you realize
All right, we're going right now.
you're running out of time.
We go. We go. I got the gist of it. It looks like he's up to something shady. We don't want to. Particularly me, who got them into the castle, doesn't want to mess with our cush pad. So
All right, so
Find out what he's doing.
well, first question, Sunset, did you end up having anything to drink, or
haven't
did
been
you
paid in 3 months?
not drink the beer that Kaylin?
No. If there was any alcohol that wound up in my cup, I attempted to get another glass or some other substance that had
Okay.
no alcohol.
Next
in it.
question. Load, Sunset, and who else is walking out the front door?
Sam went and hid.
I don't know, Load, are you bringing me along?
I mean, if you want to,
Yeah.
it's
The
totally up
night
to
is
you.
still young.
If you think that got your attention
Well,
enough.
as we said, we're playing hide and seek with
All right,
Sam's
we're all
brother.
playing a game.
I know you're good at hiding. You can win this for us.
We may never find Sam again, but the rest of us are.
Exactly. As far as we're concerned, he doesn't exist. And then he pops out of nowhere, proving that we were the winners
right
all
when
along.
we needed him the most.
All right, so what are you attempting to follow Stan? Are you
Yes.
all right, are you trying to do it stealthily or just confronting him?
I mean, he's pretty fucked up too, right?
From what you can tell, yeah.
He could be acting.
I mean,
Do I
I'm
have time to
not.
use my disguise kit?
I'm not super stealthy anyway, so I think as of right now we're just following, like going around the corner that he turned and seeing what happens.
I think we should attempt to stealth. And so actually let's ask this question straight up. Kaylin, are you actually coming with us, or are you attempting to
What?
hide like I suggested you
You
should?
said something? We're going. Right. Where are we going, Load? We're going.
Okay. We need you to cast Path Without
Why?
a Trace.
I bet you
We're,
can.
we're,
we
just,
can
we're
win.
just gonna go
We're
and get
playing
another
hide and
drink, right?
seek, right? No.
Because I bet you're too drunk to do it.
Oh, really? Really?
Oh.
You think I'm too drunk? Well, I'll show you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I got 5 gold. Says
Says
you're
you
too
can.
drunk to
All right.
cast.
I'll throw
Pay up.
5. I got
Payment
5
first.
on it.
Payment first.
Huh?
You haven't done it yet.
Well, no, I will show you the 5 gold, but you have to successfully cast it to
I'm waiting.
receive it.
All right, put it in my hand.
I show you it. I have 5 gold on
All right,
me.
so I'm gonna cast Path Without Trace
No,
on everyone
doesn't
else.
go in your hand.
But you.
All right,
Well-
I'm gonna start walking up the stairs.
I don't think that's the way it
We
works.
can't just sit here bickering.
But I'm not just gonna give you the gold and
I
then
leave them
have
arguing.
you
All right, sleight
fail
of hand. Can I
and
do a
then
sleight of hand check to try to just grab it?
Oh my god. Yeah, do your sleight of hand check. It is a
I
disadvantage
imagine
because
that
you're
was
drunk.
disadvantage.
8.
Do a dex
can I-
saving
I'm-
throw.
I'm gonna roll Dex save. Okay.
You are
that's gonna
unable
be a
to
16.
snatch the coin, but before you can do anything, you look around and Load is no longer there.
Okay, where did Lloyd go?
All right. We are all splitting up at this point.
Yeah.
Let's see here. All right, so Load is the first up. Load, as you step out, give me a Goosh, what would the check be for like tracking a human in the city? Would it be a nature check?
Survival, I think, is tracking most of the time.
All right, give me a survival check.
Follow tracks, hunt wild game. I mean, that's follow tracks is in there. So probably
Yeah,
that
I
or
would say-
investigation.
I'd say more investigation. So do an investigation check.
Okay, same modifier, so don't matter that much. That was a medicine check, but that's also the same modifier, so it's fine. 15.
15. You notice Stan leaving the front gates and basically traveling down these alleyways. See where the marker's going?
Oh boy, hold on. Let me actually pull up. It's not in roll 20, it is. It's just way too zoomed in. Yes, I do.
So heading north. Basically, he's heading towards the Dur district. Now,
Okay.
and I'm assuming you want to pursue, so give me a stealth check.
Here we go. A 16.
Ooh. And you get plus, that's with the plus 10, right?
That's pretty good.
Did I get? I don't think that
No,
ever actually
Kaylin
happened.
said he
No,
cast it
so-
on everyone except for Sunset.
No. So here's the problem.
Yeah, I
Kaylin
threatened
is
to
not
cast
with
it
load.
on to try to convince Sunset to give me the goal, but it wasn't actually cast.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, not only that, but it's cast
Right,
in
so
an
if Load
area
isn't around, he wouldn't be
around
affected.
you, and as soon as Load leaves the area, he's no longer under the effects of
Okay.
Path Without a
Well,
Trace. So
I
even
rolled
if
a
it did
14
get
plus
cast,
2.
All right, so
Load doesn't
Load, you follow from a safe distance, but you still have stand within eye shot all the way to the edge of the Dur district. To get there, there's a smattering of people on the streets, but once you get to the Dur district, you see Stan slide into a shadow and head into the Dur district. At this point, it's going to be harder to stealth because there's not many people to hide around. I'm gonna switch back over to Kaylin and Sunset. You look around after talking about all these things you talked
you still
about,
arguing?
and you realize Load is no longer there. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, well, I guess I didn't see. Well, Load said where,
He did not say. He said he wanted to follow Stan, but he didn't say where.
but it wouldn't matter.
I said he didn't
Oh, right,
go to
right,
his
okay.
bedroom, but that he turned towards the
Okay.
front of the keep. That was all I said.
So having no idea where to go, I mean, there's not much I can do. 'Cause I'm not going to wander around. The
You can
city
attempt.
trying to find.
You can
somebody,
attempt to track
and I have no
Load
idea
if you
where
want.
they went. I could,
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
but I don't want to. Not having a clear designated path to at least start on. Like,
Oops.
he didn't go to his room. That could mean he's outside the castle. That could mean he went to the, treasure vault. That could mean he went to the Duke's quarters. I don't know. I don't know where to start. I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna inadvertently barge in on the Duke just because I have a suspicion that somebody
Okay, so what do you want
might
to
be
do?
there.
Just let him go. He can go on alone.
keep
Yeah,
arguing.
he can go on alone.
All right.
I'm gonna basically say, well, it looks like the night's entertainment has left without us. I'm gonna retire
Okay.
to whatever
I'm gonna
room that
try
I
to.
have here.
I'm gonna try to
for the,
grab Sunset to get her to continue drinking with me. Oh well, here. Let's have another drink. It's an 8 on disadvantage.
Is that a persuasion check?
No, it's just strength check. 6.
strength check. She's trying to grab me.
Yeah, do a
I'm
dex
going
saving
to
throw. A
attempt
dex saving
to,
throw.
Dodge.
Yeah, you are failing, Kalen, miserably.
All right.
But I will prevent her
Oh, that's
from
kinda
falling face first onto the floor
That's sweet.
as she tries to.
I think I'm kind of
Tackle
black out
me,
now
I
as some
assume.
sort of valet is going to escort me to stop being embarrassed and inside the keep and take me back to the room. Does that seem reasonable?
I
What?
I will do that even.
Oh, okay.
I will do that even. I already have you. I caught you as you were falling. I will drag you to
Much
your room.
appreciated. Okay.
All
I
right.
think we can call it a night. Well, at least
Lastly,
for us.
Sam. You were obviously you're in a state where you want to be inebriated. You are conscious of the party kind of breaking up right now. What do you want to do? And then we'll see if the influence of alcohol changes what you want to do.
I've always wanted to paint. Would now be a good time
You
for
know,
that?
that would
That was
a
beautiful.
drunken person probably would want to do something like that right now.
Beautiful. I'm gonna paint a
The Duke wakes up tomorrow to an impressionist version of a Picasso on his wall.
Impressionist version
Not on
of a
canvas or
nude
anything.
Sam.
Just-
It's a nude impressionist self-portrait of Sam,
Okay, so
if I may.
On his wall, not even on a
Right.
canvas
Yeah,
on his wall,
exactly.
what
on his
instruments
wall.
do you want to use to paint? Like, what do you want to paint with?
you've got beer, you've got food.
Yeah, I'll use like some bread. Some bread and like some kind of like
So we're sponge
Mustard.
painting.
Okay, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. 3. Jesus.
3.
I'm not gonna say what happens to you. You don't even know. You don't even know. I know what happens, but you effectively you black out for the evening.
Nice. Join the club.
Alright.
We're back to load.
want
What do you
to
want to
see
do? You see Stan
of the
go
morning.
into the door district. What do you want to do?
I think. Man, I wonder what my friends are doing right now. Especially Sam. He's a good guy.
He's probably not doing anything too inward.
But then I snap back to reality. And, you know, I think I just want to keep following him.
All right,
Yeah.
give me a
Not
You retract him, so give me a stealth check.
okay. I mean, I'm not like trying to put myself in any danger, but 11.
You continue to follow Stan deeper and deeper into the Doer district, and I would say you are in the darkness of night and the few drinks that you had, you don't know where you are. You know you're in the Dur district, but you're kind of the location is ambiguous at this point. Eventually, and the Dur district. Let's go over what the Dur district looks right now. There are no lights. There's basically, you know, trash piled up on these city streets. There's some like barricades built up on some of these streets. It looks like vagrants and criminal types have inhabited parts of the Dur district. But eventually, you finally come to like a small courtyard, and you see that Stan has gone into this one house. And not what's unlike the other buildings around it is on the second floor. It's a 2-story building. On the second floor, you can see light coming from the windows upstairs.
Okay. And I mean, a big difference is the fact that it's like a building that's standing.
Mhm.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's half burnt. It's half burnt out, but the half of the building that's not burnt out is the part that you see the light.
Gotcha. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at some of. I do have dark vision. For the record.
Okay. Yeah, you don't need the dark vision, but you see Stan go in the front door of this house. But that's all you've seen so far.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna follow him in.
All right, are you stealthing in, or are you going in?
Actually,
going
can I look through a window? Are there any windows? Wait, is the light on the first floor or the
Second floor.
Okay. Are there any other buildings like around it that are also maybe potentially partially damaged, but that have like a second floor or something that I could get on the roof of to maybe see what's going on?
Yes, all the buildings around, except for in the front of the house, which is on this little plaza. All 3 other sides of this house are in a tight alleyway with other 2-story buildings on both sides, on all sides, all of them dark windows.
Okay. I guess I will try to go up onto the second floor of an adjacent building.
All right. You know what? I wasn't planning to do this, but let's just do it anyway. Here we go. So, ignore the rest of these player tokens. But here's you. And let's see here. I'm going to mark the house that he went into. And it is this one. That didn't come out very well. There we go. Went into this one.
I am still not fully clear. Oh, there you go. I got it. Okay.
Oops.
I mean, will either one of these 2 closest buildings afford me some sort of cover
Yes.
while I'm trying to see and or listen what's going on, but not so much that I won't be able to see and or listen?
They both will. They're both 2-story buildings.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll just go into this building. Oh, I put myself in the dark.
Give me
This
one more. No,
Yeah.
you already passed your stealth check. You're fine. Reveal. So you enter this house. Inside, it's basically half of the roof is collapsed. And as you enter, you go up to the second floor. You look across this alley to the north of you, and
So I'll probably stay kind of under the roof, so I'm fully covered, but right next to the end of the wall/roof, so it's open, and I can kind of peek around the corner.
yep, you look over, and at first you just see a glow. It's like a dirtied over window, so there's just like smudges on there, and all you can really see is shapes, and there's no movement. But all of a sudden, without warning, there's like a rustle, a scream, and a bang.
Okay, was the scream that of a male halfling of Stan's age?
Give me a nature check, I guess. A nature check. No, investigation.
Okay.
Investigation.
A 9.
You can definitely tell it's male. You can't tell if it's halfling or not. But it's definitely not a beast or anything. It's a humanoid.
Okay, so either Stan is killing someone or Stan is being killed. Is there some sort of way that I could jump from the building that I'm in to the other building and get inside?
Yeah, this is a very
Tucking.
This is like
Tucking
what you'll have to do. It's basically 4 feet from building to building. It's a really tight area. You can jump and like grab onto the ledge of the window and then climb in.
Okay, that's what we're doing then.
No Matrix Trinity jump
like,
through the window
just
from
dive into the
down
window.
This is
the
more
alleyway.
like do a cannonball through the window, but no.
Give me
Well, yeah,
an
but I mean, same
give me an
concept. You're
acrobatics
jumping
check.
from a building to the window.
Athletics.
Acrobatics.
All right. So athletics, you try to jump an unusually long distance or pull off a stunt mid-jump. It's in the description in D&D Beyond.
So what are you saying it's supposed to be?
Well, it's a jump, and I'm trying to pull off a stunt mid-jump.
All right, do it. Roll it.
That's the athletics.
Okay, do athletics. Do athletics then.
All right. All right. Okay, so that's 29.
Oh,
That's
damn.
a natural 20 plus 9.
Okay, so let's see here. You jump across the way, not even grabbing onto the sill of the window, but jumping in and like karate kicking the center of the window so it breaks open like a saloon door. And you land inside on the second floor, and what you find is this. Hanging from... Whoa, hold on. Reveal area. Inside there is one person. And this is the whole top floor of this house is one room with rafters above it. Hanging from the rafter is a hobgoblin in red armor. And I mean hanging from a noose.
Right. Yeah.
Below him on the floor is an axe that looks like he dropped, a one-handed axe. There is no sign of Stan. Please give me an investigation check.
Okay. Interesting. Hobgoblins. A 5.
You see one thing and one thing only. The axe that is on the floor beneath him is, to a dwarven eye, it is immaculate. Beautiful, in fact. It's carved, delicately inlaid with ivory in the handle, a perfect balance of weight. It's a very good looking axe.
So, can I do like a history check to see if I know that Hobgoblin's axe is probably of infernal dwarf make?
Yeah, you can take that check. Do a history check.
Fuck. All right. I got a natural one.
You don't know.
I'm gonna grab the axe because it's
you
sharp,
don't really
because it looks sharp and nice, but
you do pick up the axe.
I do.
You pick up the axe and
Sucker for.
And immediately you pick it up and it feels good in your hand. It feels great, in fact.
Of course it does.
As you look up,
A little too good.
As you look up, you see the dead hobgoblin. You know, it's dead, but it's got a trickle of blood coming out of its mouth. And as you look up and as your eyes meet that trickle of blood coming out of the hobgoblin's mouth, you hear a voice in your head. And the voice says,
Damn it.
voice says, more. More. I want more.
Oh. Okay. I mean, am I like compelled to do anything specific
No.
other than
You
like
just hear the voice.
I want to see more blood? Is that what it's telling
You
me?
don't know. You don't know.
All right, fair enough. I don't suppose that I could drop said axe now after having some kind of creepy thoughts, having picked it up.
Yeah, you can.
All right, we're gonna do that
Okay.
because I don't like that. I've already got one cursed axe in my life that I've got to deal with. Like, you know,
Well, you only have to deal with it if you actually
I
attune to it, which, as far as I know,
well,
you
isn't he
haven't
gonna
done.
show up anyway? It doesn't matter.
Right. This is true.
I already have some other choices that I gotta make, so I'm not. Oh, damn it. I do like a finely crafted weapon.
You do. Very much so.
All right.
Start a collection, man.
Shut up, Swamp Summer. All right, I gotta take it.
All right, you take it.
Damn it. Yeah. Okay, I guess I go downstairs in this building.
You go downstairs and
Looking for any sort of sign of Stan.
no sign at all. You search through the whole house. You can't find the source of light that was emitting before. And B, you can't find any evidence of anyone else.
Okay, so I watched him walk through the front door of this building, and yet there is no sign whatsoever of even like that happening.
Nope.
Okay, I will walk out the front door and then back through the front door.
Okay.
Does anything weird happen?
Nothing weird happened.
Okay, I will head back to the keep. In the process, I am going to take one last look at this axe before I leave, and really strongly consider throwing it through the door as I leave. But I'm not gonna do that because I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the keep and
All right, it's getting late into the evening. You head back to the keep. You successfully navigate the kind of dark Dur province, and no one's really on the street now at this time of night. You make it back to the keep. The guard lets you in. You get back into the keep, and it seems everyone has retired for the evening. Sam, there's no sign of Sam. And Kaylin and Sunset, the steward told you they went to bed.
Okay.
okay. Are they sharing a room?
That's a good.
Like, what's
Are you guys?
the setup there?
I
No,
imagine.
no, no.
we all
This
have
is a large keep.
separate.
We need our own
We have
space.
individual rooms. Okay.
Yeah, I imagine we have.
We're here.
I
We can at least get our own rooms, right? Doesn't have to be
I
this
am-
sweet, but
I know she's not gonna like it, but I'm going straight to Sunset's room to tell her what happened and also to have her look at this axe.
Okay.
If I can get her to wake up without killing me.
How do you want to do that?
I mean, I'm gonna go knock on her door.
So hold on. It's not actually
it's late,
that late,
10,
correct?
11 o'clock, something like that.
Okay, Sunset isn't asleep yet. In all honesty, she's probably trying to do to discern anything she can about this TNTTC, as well as the
Scarred
sacred
palms.
Is that what the scarred palms? Scarred palms. So you're probably
right,
not
so-
waking her up.
Load comes to your door. What do you want to say, Load?
So, while you guys were arguing, obviously I ran off to follow Stan. And I followed him all the way to the door district. He went into. I watched him with my own eyes go through a door into a building. And then inside that building was no sign of Stan, a dead hobgoblin, and this axe, which I will hold out and show to Sunset. Which also, for the record, made me have some weird thoughts. Like,
Sunset, give me an arcana.
I'm crazy anyway, but
Arcana check.
Arcana is
Help.
that is not my character sheet. That's a nat 20
boom.
plus 4.
You recognize the axe. It is what is it called?
I was
Another
gonna
one.
say like
No,
it's
it's
not the
not the-
Green Knights, is it? That would be weird. Load already has that.
It is. Shoot, I should have looked this up. It is the axe of the axe of a Khan. This is an axe that has been tainted and touched by a chaos god.
oh,
Oh, you should probably drop that if you
I
can.
will immediately drop it. I trust Sunset's judgment on that.
Uh-oh.
Having a little bit more experience with cursed axes than you, well, actually, probably not. At least in terms of actual, like real time, according to Sunset, probably not. Because we did a 1 year time skip, like portal style, whereas you've had the Green Knight's axe for 3 months, real time. So, but anyway, yes, I've identified this axe, and yeah, you probably don't
Okay.
want to be holding it.
Trusting Sunset's judgment.
All right, what do you two wish to do with the axe at this time?
I drop it and let Sunset take care of it, because I assume she can handle that. Mage hand it somewhere safe.
Is it less than 10 pounds? Because I absolutely will do that.
It's a hefty axe. I'd say it's more than 10 pounds. No, it's less than 10 pounds. Less than 10 pounds.
Oh, it's 10.1, you know.
Less than 10. Yeah. All right, less than 10 pounds, then I assume there's some sort of like dresser or something, or like some sort of cabinet in my room.
An armoire.
I'm going to mage hand it. Okay. Does it have drawers or a cabinet space large
Yes,
enough?
there's
to
one main
hold
cabinet.
said
It's it's like where you open it up like this, like a big
I will put
cabinet. Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Like
yes,
the
yes.
Beauty and the Beast.
Armoire.
Boudoir. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. That's exactly what I was imagining. You're right. I'm clearly thinking about
But
something
so it
else.
has one main space, and the axe can
so
fit.
I
in that.
will. Okay. I will mage hand it into that space and close the
Okay.
the doors. And let
Thank
me
you,
just make
Sunset.
sure.
I appreciate it.
And with that, were we calling it an evening? Not in real life, but in the game.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll do this in character. We can figure out what, I mean, if Sam shows back up tomorrow morning, or if he doesn't. I'm pretty tired. Cursed axes always take a lot out of me. We can figure out the hobgoblin thing tomorrow. But again, thank you for saving me from whatever that was going to end up being.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
not spending the night in my own room.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to my shop.
Fair enough. Fair
and I'm
enough.
gonna spend the night there.
You can stay in my room.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I'm very obviously winky
No.
joking. Last time I made a joke like that, you
Yeah.
slap just you no, you like shattered a barrel of delicious dwarven beer all over the
Oh,
floor
yeah.
first time we met, so I'm not making that mistake again.
Well, to be fair, there's no keg of dwarven beer for me to shatter. So,
But I'm clearly joking. Like, don't kill me. Please.
honestly, Sunset isn't even thinking about that. She
Fair
probably didn't even
That's
hear
probably
you.
best.
As soon as it's decided that this is the end of it, she's heading out and is going to go spend the night. I assume she's probably got some sort of cot set up in. Actually, I can tell she's got some sort of cot set up in her shop for just such an occasion. Should she have been banished from the castle for one
All
reason
right,
or
so
another.
everyone goes to bed for the evening.
Real quick, that was the axe of Akan. How do you
AKAAN.
spell that? Okay.
Akan is the chaos god of gluttony.
Lode has problems with that all on his own. Thank you very much.
First question. Sunset, when do you normally wake up in the morning?
Well, I imagine she probably keeps a schedule very similar to me. So, 8 a.m. after staying up until
All right,
3
so
a.m.?
first thing, at about 6 a.m. in the morning, there is a large ruckus in the Great Hall. Sunset, you do not hear this, obviously, because you're half a town away. But Kalen and Lode hear the screaming and yelling through the halls, and they get up and head out. And as you open your door to the hallway, what you see is a naked halfling running down the hall. This happens to be Sam.
Okay. Okay, I mean that's not weird.
Yeah, I mean that's a Tuesday.
Really, directly after Sam running down the hall is a half-dressed Equitanian knight by the name of Wah running after him, saying, "How dare you sleep with my wife? I will kill you!"
Amazing.
Hell yeah.
So, just to cut.
Shouldn't he
To
be
cut
formatted
things
as
short,
wife?
Wah chases Sam around the castle about twice, but this ruckus awakens everyone in the keep, and eventually Wah is stopped, and so is Sam by Claude. Remember, the head of the King's Guard.
Yep.
And he says, he basically makes it clear to everyone that the Duke is requesting an audience with everyone in the keep as soon as possible.
Going to war. Maybe.
At this time, you've woken up by this time, Sunset, and you've made your way back to the keep. So you walk in kind of directly in the thick of this.
I was gonna say,
Okay, so in the Great Hall, everyone has gathered. There are people here that you have never seen before. The four of you are standing there. Wah. Yep.
point of order.
No, he is.
Sam still
Someone
naked?
threw him a robe or something to put on. He's no longer naked.
Darn.
Next to you four is Wah with his guard. Next to him is a few more, like half a dozen to a dozen knights from Equitane that were staying in the keep at the time. On the other side of him was a...
That we haven't offended.
Yeah, they haven't fed. Other side of them is a thin, gaunt man that you really can't tell the nationality, but he's wearing basically like a robe, like a Greek robe. And he's got a very stoic, blank expression on his face. Next to him is another guy. I'm sorry, this is not another guy who is the height of Load. He's a dwarf, but he's got a thick black waxed beard into a perfect shape, and he has this very thick metal armor. And when I say thick, I mean like it's well made, but it's chunky. You know what I mean? And lastly, yeah.
It's like plate mail taken to the extreme.
Like over-engineered.
And lastly, on the other side of him is one more man with, from you can tell, is a Empire Sonstal dress. You know, like the poofy arms where they have like the two different colors in them. The very medieval German looking with the hat on the side of his head. But
He's got a big old mustache.
yeah, he has a huge mustache, a wax to the tip, curled up mustache. But he's wearing that standard European, the German clothing, but he's got multiple like bandoliers across his chest, and he's got a giant, well-crafted longbow slung over his back. And he doesn't look like a person of the court. He's an outdoorsman. Of all these people in the the Duke's grand room. They're all facing the throne, and at this time, the Duke appears, walks up to the throne. His eyes are bloodshot. It looks like he hasn't slept all night. And he announces to all of you, he says, Heroes of Cantamont, I bring you all here together to let you know, to tell you, to announce to you that the next Equitanian Crusade has been chosen. The next crusade is...
Wonder who it could be.
Let's see. Let me bring up the good old map because I can't remember the right word to say right now.
Let's kill them cold-blooded bastards.
Yep. The next crusade is to Varentia.
Remind me what Lode's
Say again?
vision when he grabbed the axe was. Remind me what Lode's vision was when. When he
No
grabbed the axe.
vision,
I
no
assume he
vision.
told me-
She just heard a voice
Yes.
say more, more, more.
When I saw the
Oh, okay.
blood coming
Okay.
from the body of the hobgoblin, like pretty specifically.
Got it.
Will be
Got it,
to
okay.
Varentia to conquer the heathens that are the lizard folk. And I personally have chosen the marshal of this crusade to be the city's greatest heroes. The people that have saved this city, Cantamont, numerous times, and I consider my right-hand person. And that is Wa de la Fure. And with that, Wa
My goodness.
steps forward and bows, and he says, I will do my best, my Duke, for Cantamont and for the lady. With that, he steps back and he says, and finally, and more importantly, he looks at each of you in the eyes. There is one goal for this crusade, and it is to bring back my wife, the Duchess, alive. Any one of you who completes this task, I will give not only golds, not only riches, not only renown, I will give you the silk and cloth trading rights in the city of Cantamont. You will become the new commander of the Dur district.
Okay. That makes sense.
You will effectively
some.
become one of the highest leaders in the kingdom of Equitane for doing this. I wish you all luck, and may the lady be with you. With that, it is a stunning announcement. All of the knights are kind of jaws hit the floor. And with that, we will we're gonna call it a night. That's a good first episode, I think, right?
It is.
Yeah, that
Well
was
done.
fun, guys. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Of course, the guy we pissed off right at the beginning is going to end up being important.
Question.
But we already know that the Duke doesn't care about this asshole. Specifically called him a douchebag.
But also called him like a close
So-
friend.
I
don't know.
believe, well, that was for his benefit. I really feel that if he were a close friend and he actually cared about him, in all likelihood, we'd all be in jail, regardless of our status as saviors of
Fair.
the city.
Well, I don't know. You killed his other close friend. So, in Jacques, his other friend.
He doesn't know that you guys killed Jock. He thinks
doesn't-
Jock
he doesn't
died
know that.
in the catacombs from an enemy.
And
Well, I didn't. So
To be perfectly fair, he did die from an enemy.
anyways,
As far as we're concerned, that
Check
was a
out season
reanimated
one, 'cause
corpse.
it's
You're
really
never gonna
good.
let that go, are you?
I
I don't
Okay.
know what you're talking about.
The real question is what
It's done. It's over.
what
with.
will the name of this episode
Besides,
be?
I don't think I dealt the killing blow.
oh man.
Well, so there was a question asked earlier on about
Mhm.
what the name of our group was. I believe we now have 3 votes for the Burning Blades. I mean,
Burning Blades, you can
I
do
don't
it.
see any reason not
The
to name
double
it that.
B's.
Yep.
All right. Anyone opposed?
I
Alright.
think I'm the only one who didn't vote yes.
That's
Specifically,
okay. You
and
were
I'm-
fully immersed in the experience, so no fault for that. So okay,
Yeah, I'm good.
Burning Blades.
All right. The Burning Blades.
nice.
Are we still streaming?
Yeah, we still are.
Nice,
So yeah, it's a good point. We'll see you all next week, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If anyone's still watching, thank you very much for watching, and please hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel, or our YouTube channel. That'd be amazing. Yes, that'd be
hit
great
the
too.
follow button on Twitch.
Not the red flag.
Not the report.
Okay,
No.
my bad.
And also if you have any comments for me, send a message to me on YouTube or on Twitch, and about things that need to change, any technical problems and things you need to do better. I'm always up for criticism. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for watching, and that's the end of our stream.
All right,
See you later.
you guys. Hi.